Fightful Gaming. We're playing some video games tonight. We're playing SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. I'm Jeremy Lambert, as always. Joel Pearl's here, as always. Joel, what's up?
Oh man, you know, another Saturday, getting ready for some gaming and hanging out with you guys. How you doing tonight, Jeremy?
Who's you guys?
I believe we have a very special third with us tonight.
Yeah, you're the third.
Oh shoot, that's right. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Joseph is here. Joseph Hulbert, the Chubby Chief.
Yes.
What's up?
I'm concerned by the way you're framing this like it's a special appearance because, Jeremy, we already do like 3 hours a week together on this exact platform. So feel the pressure right now because I am watching SmackDown vs. Raw video game, so it's difficult. But I'm here to deliver on that. I'm very excited to kill time before killing more time by watching terrible boxing. That's what I'm here to do, folks. Enjoy.
Yeah, we're not doing this on stream, but that's basically the point of this, just to kill a bunch of time until this Mike Tyson fight starts.
Peak 2020.
Let's play video games. Let's play video games until Mike Tyson fights in 2020.
And the thing is that we keep saying Tyson, so he's fighting Roy Jones, which is insane in its own way, right? Like, amazing times.
Shall we, gentlemen?
Nate Robinson is fighting tonight as well.
Bro, we may have to watch that one. We may have to.
Oh yeah. I 100% want to watch the Nate Robinson fight because why wouldn't we watch it? We appreciate everybody joining us in the chat, hanging out with us tonight. YouTube.com/Fightful. Subscribe, leave a thumbs up, tap the bell for notifications, all that fun stuff. Leave a super chat. That's a great way to support us on this thing, so if you leave a super chat, we would appreciate that. And all right, are we playing? Are we ready to go?
Let's get it set up. Let's do it.
SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. I think we're playing co-op campaign mode tonight.
Yeah. So apparently in this game you can do a 2010 version that has Road to WrestleMania brand supremacy.
Okay.
So it's one of us has to be Triple H and the other one has to be John Cena. Brand warfare.
Okay.
Listen, man, that's the last thing we need right now is brand warfare. That's terrifying. What is this? What are you doing to me here?
All right, what do you want to be?
I mean, you know who I'm gonna be.
You're gonna be
The problem
Triple H,
is
right?
I can't do anything.
Oh, is your controller messing up?
You said it was going to be fine.
I always say that.
Yeah. Usually we do a setup, and you were like, "No, it'll be good tonight," and then here we are.
The distraction watches Joel play SmackDown.
This is what we do. Let's see. Is this gonna work? Try it.
No, nothing's working.
I know it's one of your X selectors, so I'm gonna get you plugged in and working.
All right, if you say so.
I know so.
All right.
Jeremy, how fired up do you get at that visual of John?
The man is looking jacked. My God.
Yes.
Try it.
This is a very interesting, like, WWE games deal, right? The weird sort of, like, it's not the actual character models, but it kind of is. Like,
Right.
that deal they do.
These models are good though. Like I much prefer kind of the in between models than. And nowadays it's just too realistic and it sucks. I actually think the AEW game trailer is like too cartoony.
It's a
Yeah,
lot
I'm
like
not sure.
Battleground kind of
Yeah.
graphics, isn't it?
But is it supposed to be? Because, like, Sheeda looked kind of normal.
Yeah, I don't think it is supposed to be. That's why I'm not like a great big fan of it.
Yeah, we'll see, I guess. I don't know.
Are you still not able to move anything?
No, I can't do anything.
Okay, then what we're gonna do is make sure that your control pad works. Always with the control pad fixing.
I'm on the gamepad tester and it works fine. This is why we start early, Joel, to fix these issues.
Hey, listen. We can do this my way or we can do it the highway.
I mean, we have no choice to do it your way, but this is why you're getting banned at the start of 2021.
We should probably try the highway, to be honest.
Sounding a lot like a better solution right now. All right, do what
All
you're going to do. You see it in front of you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is terrifying, guys. Look at this. The people can't see this, but I'm staring at a screen right now. It's very scary. Very, very scary. Good Lord.
Yeah, this is the fun of setup days.
Dude, I can't get my camera to work for a video podcast.
Did you fix that?
Fix it? I haven't looked at it since we did the show.
Oh, no.
I just assume it's broke. This is my ideal kind of show. The pressure's on you guys. I have no camera to break. I'm just sitting here, just watching you guys try to figure out how to play this game. It's fun.
You're rating matches. You're rating these matches.
Brother, that's my forte now. Okay, grapple account says so.
Yeah.
I'm like level 10 on that shit. Okay.
All right.
All right. Am I gonna be able to?
There
we go. All right. No, go. No. You're not being John Cena because I refuse to be Triple H.
Fine, I will be the father of NXT.
Joseph, question for you.
Yes.
On NXT, why haven't they done a triple cage since they love WCW so much?
It's a very good question, but they're like 2 years of rating losses away from that point. They've still got
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Yes,
there's like a whole
throwback.
thing here.
I am also looking forward to Tuesday, throwback. Yes, I also don't know why, but I am looking forward to it.
Throwback says Pearl, Lambert, Hulbert, getting this round table happen. Thank you guys for making my workday better. Can't wait for Tuesday. Wonder why. It's our season finale on Tuesday. Winter is coming on Tuesday.
There's another reason though too. There's another reason. Me and Throwback, we're working on some stuff. Mixtape dropping.
Oh my god.
Oh, yes.
Someone's gonna actually message me on Tuesday, like, where's the mixtape?
It's gonna be me.
Are we gonna have to review that?
If I did a mixtape, we wouldn't review it. It would become the show every week. Just be that.
Okay, fair. That's fair. Are we gonna get banned for this intro here? Like, I can't hear this, so...
It's very low volume to begin with. You guys are bantering more than enough to cover up the sounds. And it's all just JR and Michael Cole talking.
I mean, that's what we need to be talking. We need Eddie Kingston to just CGI'd into this video game and making fun of Jim Ross.
It's going to be so weird when Eddie Kingston is on the AEW video game. It's just going to be a weird visual, isn't it? Like, it's just an odd thing to kind of fathom. Fun.
We don't have Luther on the video game. I mean, he's not
That
scanned
was-
yet. At some point, hopefully he'll get scanned to be in the game.
Yeah, that felt ominous to me, Jeremy. To be honest.
Shit, I wonder, could I message him right now and be like, you want to just watch us play video games? And just banter with us?
No, we have to hold off because the first appearance has to be the show, right?
Yeah.
In future years, we should do that often.
I mean, when we do TEW, I legitimately am probably just gonna message him in the middle of it and be like, you want to come help us book this show? And just see what he says.
Yeah, if the people watching this couldn't tell from how we're talking about this, massive success. The Luther chemistry is as good as we hoped it would be.
Dude, Sean last night because Sean's listened to it.
Right.
And so he's listened to it and neither of us are fired, so we're good. But on the show last night, he was like, they talked to Luther and he's like, I can't even call it an interview. It's their show. Like, that's what he said. It's like, yeah, exactly.
We've had some great guests on our show. It's never felt like we just had a third co-host more than when Luther came on.
I love how excited he is to like be on the show too.
It's ridiculous, bro. He like actually credits us for like his career turnaround. It's absurd. It's way too much, but he's a very cool guy.
He's awesome.
Wow, they're really going all in on Jerry Lawler's face.
What a weird camera shot all of this is.
Jesus, that was terrifying. Michael Cole doesn't even look like Michael Cole.
No, video game teeth look equally scary, by the way.
Yes.
Ron Patel's burying you in the chat, Joel.
What else
you
is new? Next. All right, we got a phone call.
Oh no.
All right, answer it.
Why is it like that when he just sits on the
it's you
chair?
to
Oh, it's
answer.
my locker room. Oh, it's
Yeah.
me. Oh, okay.
My God.
Chris Jericho's leaving me voicemails. I don't know why you think you deserve a title shot all of a sudden. That's just how it works, brother. And it really doesn't matter, Junior. I'll beat you tonight. Then you'll have to retake your spot at the back of the line where you belong.
Take that.
It's very mean of the Chris Jericho.
It's amazing to think that in like 2010, people were probably like, Chris is going to be winding down soon. Chris is probably at the end soon, you know. So this was after the catastrophe where Jim Ross got moved from Raw then, right? You know, when he got drafted without knowing that whole deal? This must have been after Cole and Mulder at the team.
We're skipping entrances, folks. we got banned for entrances last week, so we're just gonna be safe and then skip them this week.
The big gold is on the line here, pal.
I don't know how I got this world title shot. I just got it.
Yeah, I thought you were
John Cena.
Yeah, don't you normally have to beat the champion in a non-title match to get the title shot? Isn't that how it works?
I was watching SmackDown and I nearly fell out of my chair thinking that Dolph and Rude had won the tag titles. And then they hadn't, and I was like, why have they even done this match? Rude was like, we're here for the tag titles, and it wasn't for the tag titles.
How do I play this game?
Oh my.
Remember SmackDown versus Raw 2009?
No, I don't know any of this.
Probably as good as I got.
Jobber JJ is talking TNA nostalgia. So I don't want to distract Jeremy because Jeremy's trying to figure out how to play the game. It's very scary.
we played TNA last week.
He's been playing it too. So it seems you've inspired him in that path. So any TNA memories, Joel? Anyone that jumped out?
I saw a video earlier today of Sting entering the Sears Arena when TNA went on tour in 2013. And I was immediately like, I can't believe that happened. And I can't believe they failed that quickly afterwards in terms of like live shows outside of Orlando.
That was the end. Because the story is that like Eric and Bruce wanted to tour.
Guys, I'm figuring out how to play this game.
Okay, good. Sorry, I'm just talking TNA stories here. Eric and Bruce wanted to tour, and they were like, we'll build to it in 6 months. And then Dixie came in and was like, we're touring next week. That was the end, dude. That was the start of it all falling apart. So, there you go.
Wasn't a band like that
for
once.
me is just Samoa Joe being awesome, and then somehow inexplicably stopping being awesome after he nearly killed himself against Sting. To me, that is TNA in a nutshell. Awesomeness followed by stupidity, which ruins everything. There you go.
I mean, they're still around. They're hard to kill, Joseph.
It's different though, right? It's
I mean, it's.
They are what they are.
Yeah.
I mean, we were heaping praise on our podcast this past Thursday on this week's episode of Impact. It was very.
I liked it too.
It was a very funny, silly, but the episode had the right elements. I thought it was a very fun episode.
I agree. I like the show. It's just you have to watch it. You have to kind of erase the idea that they're going to rebuild as some titan of the industry. It's just not happening, right? It is what it is. Enjoy the show for what it is. And
listen, they have the opportunity to take on the people who are in the same the same style as them or the same size as them. But if the wrestlers are enjoying what they're doing and they're not taking themselves too seriously, then they're having fun. Perfect. Get paid.
I agree.
Did you just use the WMD?
I don't know. How do I do my signature?
Good question. Is it R1 and R2? What is he doing? Got your nose?
Yeah. Joseph, are you paying attention to the work rate in this match? You have to rate this match.
To be honest, I don't think I'm just still recovering from what Jericho's physique looks like. I don't remember Chris ever looking like this in any way. It just looks wrong to me. So no, I'm not. Tank says, I hope you had a happy and safe holiday. You too, Tank. It was not really a holiday for me, but I pretended it was. Ronnie is. Yes, Ronnie is burying Joe again. Very sorry, Joe. Jobber JJ's got some TNA memories. Here we go. Scott Steiner promos. Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Samoa Joe being awesome. Yes. Kurt Angle's debut, which ties in with Samoa Joe being awesome. That's a tremendous.
Whoa!
That one camera shot comes up behind him.
That's tremendous, yeah. Yes. And then Christian had a great run there, man. Christian was tremendous in TNA.
Yes. I remember being so excited when Christian made his TNA debut. And I mean, I thought it lived up to the hype, and then his run was.
Well, he was one of the good examples of a guy going over, right?
Yeah.
And then what happened is guys like Booker would come over and just phone it in, and
right.
Booker can say what he wants, but he phoned it in. Anyone that watched it.
Hasn't Book owned up to that?
Oh, I don't know. I don't listen to
I
his
feel
show.
like he has.
He's
Some
like,
people have to listen to his show, Joseph.
yes, they do, but the people that don't have to listen to it should not listen to it.
Nice. Doing the Lord's work, some of you.
I don't know how to pick him up.
Just keep beating him up, Jeremy. He'll be cool.
I wanted to pick him up and hit him with the FU.
This rules because it's true. Tank says, Scott Steiner just being mad at Samoa Joe for being fat. 100% true.
That's right.
That rules.
Oh, look at you doing moves.
Slingshot, baby. What a maneuver. Oh, look at this.
You can't see me.
Look at this.
Can you
Look
do
at
the
John.
springboard stunner in this one?
No, this was pre-Indy Cena.
That was filth. That was absolutely disgusting.
Well, you got your full tank. If you pick
Springboard
him up, you'll be able to do the.
I don't
FU.
know how to pick him up, so I'm gonna salute him.
Is it circle?
Oh, it's too late to try it now. Doesn't
There you
matter.
go.
I hit it.
Is it still the FU here? Is it the AA?
I think it's the FU. This is 2010. I feel like that was the FU.
Okay.
That's the finish.
Can he do it?
What do you mean, can he do it? That's it. Nobody kicks out of the FU.
Jeremy's going home, brother.
That's it. What'd you rate that, Joseph?
I'll give that 2 3/4. It was solid.
That's fair.
A little bit underwhelming because much of the match was you just kind of doing the same move to Chris while he was on his back. Didn't feel like a title change is what I'm telling you, brother.
This is the same celebration they use in another SmackDown versus Raw.
Oh. Went over strong, brother.
That belt looks, well, it don't look too great.
It's seen better days.
Yeah, it does not look too great.
All right, is it your turn to beat Triple H?
Yeah, it's my turn to rule over SmackDown for some reason.
Oh, this is a terrible time of professional
Hey,
wrestling. This is when,
it's Taz.
oh my good God,
It's
look
the
at Jim.
AEW Dark Announce team.
It really is.
Good Lord, this is an incredible look for Jim here.
What's that guy in the back? Why are there so many shirtless people in the back?
SmackDown, pal.
Yeah.
That guy was at Raw too. The guy behind JR.
Well, he's a big fan.
He's a big something. I can't.
So this
I
is
cannot
when-
fast forward through that. By the way,
Wow.
I could not
Even
skip
worse.
it.
This is when Triple H was like, okay, I'm not going to be the top guy on Raw, so let me just kill everyone on SmackDown, right? Just pretend I'm Hulk Hogan on SmackDown.
All right, MVP says, did you enjoy being WWE Champion, Triple H? Your reign ends tonight, and once I get my hands on the title, I'm not going to let it go for a long, long time. Time to play the game. Oh, God, there's more? Huh, you're going to get played all right.
Poor MVP. Little did he know what was coming to him.
I have a question, though. Is he my bro?
No. No. And I'm very angry at MVP for making me enjoy a segment with Matt Riddle.
Right? Okay.
The Nexus. To be honest, I don't really remember the Nexus, no. But everyone says it was great, and I've seen the original angle. It's just stuff. Some stuff goes through the memories, right? I don't know.
I mean, it was
loved the
good.
Nexus.
It was good up until they died at SummerSlam. Then it just
That was
didn't
your
matter.
guy. That was your guy, Jeremy, that did that. Right? Killed the business, brother.
Now, see, from what I've heard is that no one actually knows what happens. It's funny how no one will actually throw Cena under the bus. At least people still around today, because I've listened to Ryder and Hawkins and all these guys. Well, yeah, but
He didn't say anything.
I listened to all the Nexus people who were part of that match talk about what happened, and they're all just kind of changed. People talked with Vince, and it changed. No one will directly say yeah, Cena went in there and fucked it up.
But what was the end game? If we imagine they win that match, because again, I don't actually know if that was right or wrong. I can't remember. What did they do then? Because the individual talent in Nexus wasn't it had its limitations, right?
Oh, how did I miss that?
Yes, the chat is correct. Taz does rule. Taz and Jim is an interesting commentary team. How long did that run? Do we know?
Had to be less than 2 years.
Because,
No.
hang on, isn't this 2010? Tashu's in TNA by now, isn't he?
Well, no, this will be 2010, but it was 20 because it's always a year ahead, isn't
It's
it?
2009. Yeah, it was 2009.
But
This is when
Joe
like the game
was-
would have been made.
But Joe went in like the summer of 09. So I think he's in TNA by the time this game's released.
Nah.
He made his money.
Yes, he sure did. Incredible run in TNA where he seemed to hate everything they did on television.
It's no different from right now.
Yeah, but it's like there's a charm to it now, right? He's like the angry guy. Back then it was just like, well, this show sucks. Let me have fun with TNA. It's different, isn't it? You know?
Taz doesn't hate everything on television. Taz like actually does a good job of putting the product over.
He enjoys working there. You can tell. right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has fun. It's true. It's more of the Botchmania stuff that's always funny.
Okay, so mine is saying they were building to a Wade Barrett's title shot. Okay, now I understand. I'm sorry. Because Wade, I just always remember that Wade got hurt a lot, and that sucks because he was awesome, right? So that's a shame.
Whiffed on that one. Oh, look at this
Joel,
guy.
why are you so terrible at this game?
I would say I'm not that terrible.
I mean, MVP's whooping your ass right now.
Show you.
Hell of a heat segment, brother.
Oh, look at this. Look what this guy's doing to me.
Oh my!
How is
Look at
this
the camera
allowed?
angle they're taking on this.
Seriously, it's like Kevin Dunn angles.
Oh my!
There's not enough camera switches.
Damn.
Joel, you're really getting your ass kicked. I hope you lose.
Guy, what?
Of course.
hell
Well,
did I do?
Triple H.
What do you mean? What did you do?
Is it because I'm
You're on
Triple H?
SmackDown. I'm not. This is brand supremacy. I want SmackDown to win.
I guess so. I got that. Wow, MVP with some fire.
Throwback is talking about Taylor Swift being on Disney Plus. Jeremy, explain, help. Do you know what's
Oh,
going
they
on
did
here?
a documentary on the folklore recordings. I have Disney Plus, and I've already watched that documentary. What's on? Come on now.
Yeah, I remember.
Wait,
you took
why
like an
did-
hour off.
Why did Disney Plus make this? This seems like an interesting choice.
Because they probably paid her the most money.
Oh, baby. That's a lot of money, too. That's a lot of money, too.
Yeah, exactly. I don't take time off. All right, that's a myth that I ever take a second off. I worked while I watched the documentary.
Look at this.
Why are you beating
Referee
up the
needs to
ref?
learn. Referee
Oh
needs
my
to learn.
god. It's a good documentary too. Denise did like an 11-minute review of it on her YouTube page, which I watched earlier today. Denise had 3 pages of notes for this 11-minute video that she made.
That's insane.
And I'm just like, I don't take two lines of notes for the distraction, and that's an hour-long show, sometimes more.
Yes. Denise is like an actual professional. She does like actual work and stuff. And she produces an absurd amount of content.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, look at this here, full mount. I don't remember Triple H doing an MMA gimmick, but here he is. Get the hands up, P. Jesus, look at this.
Em never learned how to spar.
Shades of Czech Congo versus a top 50 heavyweight. That was for
Once
Jeremy
a top 50,
exclusively.
he's like still a top 50 heavyweight.
No, I said against. You remember when Czech Congo like once a year would get a bad opponent to just kill? It was awesome back in the day, way back when. It's now his whole career, but you know,
Yeah.
back then it was fun. He'd be like, man, Congo may have put it together. Who's he fighting next? Cain Velasquez?
Yeah,
Oh no.
next fight he just couldn't defend the takedown at all.
And then he like fell in love with takedowns and turned it into his whole style. It ruled so much. Uh-oh.
You're
Doing it.
finally gonna. Hope he kicks out.
I love how the music stops and everything stops for that.
It's a big spot.
It is. It's
Kick
the
out
spot.
one, brother.
Aw.
Most protected finish ever.
You know why though, don't you, Joe? It's because what he'll do is he'll work the leg, and then he'll do a pedigree. But if you understand, he's working the leg for 25 minutes. That's psychology, you see. Because Ric Flair did that once, Joel. So, granted, I know what you're thinking. Ric Flair's finish was the figure 4 leg lock. Fair enough. Good point. But still, if you do what Ric Flair did, you have good psychology, right? That's what I'm told.
I thought he was just doing what Killer Kowalski told him to do.
Fair. Someone put it, like, I always poke fun at the fact that Triple H just dressed up as Ric Flair for a couple of years, but someone was like, he also did the Harley Race beard. And I was like, man, how embarrassing. Literally just pretended he was the NWA champion on Raw. Incredible scenes.
Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. We're here live.
It's like, the thing is, it's true as well. That's
Yeah, there's no disputing it.
like he literally starts wearing suits and gets the big gold reinstated for this, just to play Ric Flair. Amazing.
Mr. McMahon has a big announcement to make tonight. As chairman of WWE,
So, chairman of WWE, Mr. McMahon, is going to be addressing Raw, I guess. I can't skip this.
All right. I mean, it's fine. Like these scenes, I mean, the people can hear them. We can't hear anything. You got to
Volume's
recap
at, like,
the video.
6%.
Well, they can hear something.
Yeah, us.
Oh.
as many of you know, we're
Well, you gotta
Everyone
say
quiet,
what
he's
he's
talking.
saying, Benjamin.
on the road to WrestleMania. Now, usually, this means rivals are jockeying for position in the respective brands. Championships are changing or being strengthened and so on. That's not the road I necessarily envision this year. I want brand warfare.
Vince McMahon wants brand warfare.
I want the best of Raw.
The
and
best of Raw and the best of SmackDown.
Can we skip this?
Yes.
Oh, actually, yes.
Martin, I did see the Daniel Dubois fight. Wow. I mean, I don't want to go off on a sidetrack because no one else watching this thing knows what we're talking about. But that feels like the kind of finish that's going to stick with the guy, right? Pretty tough. Good fight, though. I enjoyed it.
I didn't like Vince's tone out there. Since I'm in the Interbrand Battle Royal, I should try to win and show them that my championship isn't going anywhere. As opposed to, like, losing.
Yeah. Normally he tries to lose.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
I love that shot of the guy walking into the locker room. It does nothing. It achieves nothing.
It's just so that you see how big and spacious the locker room is. Also, I love that there are Raw branded trash cans and a soda machine.
Yes.
It's just tremendous. All right. It's kind of nice to be back on Raw. I should remind all the Raw fans why I am the game. Winning this Battle Royal should do the trick.
Oh, you're in this as well?
I guess so.
Oh.
I mean, you're the Royal Rumble King.
I should have won last week, but I swear there were 100 entrants in that Royal Rumble.
It's definitely a lot. Oh, here comes Jeffrey Hardy.
Still wrestles.
He does.
Looks
Oh, there was a
exactly
whole
the same.
match card there.
Oh. Oh, I saw like Batista and Mark Henry.
Yeah. Oh, Triple H, Kane.
Kane. A star-studded lineup. And Triple H.
Mark Henry, you said. Hey, Triple H, you know.
Yeah, great story, Joel.
Nothing left to say. He came out last, just saying.
Ron, I think OKC has 17 picks in the next 6 drafts. I think that's right. Oh shit, we're playing.
Yes, mine. He has got time. I mean, the thing is, I'm going to just do British boxing talk while the lads play the battle roll. Joe Joyce is like very experienced at world level from amateurs, you know? So it was kind of crazy matchmaking in hindsight, but sometimes these things, hype gets caught up, you know? Batista and Umaga, WrestleMania 24, bragging rights. Umaga was one of the best big men ever, and it's like basically lost in history because unfortunately the way things worked out, but he was tremendous. Yes, Tank. Triple H did start cosplay wrestling. He made it his gimmick for literally like 3 years. And all he had to do was beg for a title to come back and buy some sunglasses and a suit, and he was there. That was it. He'd figured it out. I'm now Ric Flair.
He had to grow his facial hair
True.
What, into the Lemmy gimmick?
into the Harley
Hey,
Race
Jeremy,
gimmick.
wouldn't it be embarrassing if a guy tried to do that with the NWA title now? Tried to protect.
I would pay to watch that from Nick Aldis.
It would be really embarrassing if a guy took the NWA title and pretended they were like a top drawer while working pay-per-views out of a 400-seat studio. But that would never happen now. Anyway, back to the chat.
There, I got an elimination.
Kane's out. He's not coming over here, is he? Here we go. Irish whip.
He's. Oh my God, are you trying to eliminate me? I will fight you.
Oh, no. Round warfare.
I was told there was
brother.
brand warfare here. Okay, I'm not going to go after you.
That's fine. You can go after me. I don't care. It's brand warfare. You got to do what you have to do.
No, man, it's all about you and I being the last two.
Take no prisoners
The
in the brand
champions
warfare.
have to go after each other last.
A hard right hand.
I don't know how to eliminate people who like. Oops, that wasn't gonna work well.
He got it.
Speaking of great big men, Mark Henry was tremendous. Did really people only appreciate him in hindsight. I know he does terrible things on podcasts. Jeremy tells me. But tremendous
Mark
big
Henry?
man. Yeah, he just says dumb shit. He's one of those guys that like because he's an all-time like WWE did his whole career. He legit thinks that they're like Star Wars. He's like,
80 million people are gonna
Yes.
watch WrestleMania.
Exactly.
Still in this one. A swift kick.
Wait, 80 million? What?
That's what he actually said. He was like, it's a
Yeah.
pandemic, bro. Everyone's watching.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
All because a lot of people tuned in to, I guess it was like a Timbaland concert or something, some type of concert the night
Yeah,
before.
totally the same, bro.
Imagine the network just gaining 79 million subscribers in a day. It's WrestleMania, man. Yes, Mike Awesome was great. That's true. I agree with that.
He was great.
Yeah, one of the coolest, like, and it's I say cool, but obviously the way things pan out is more sad. But the way that Mike Awesome treated One Night Stand is just like, I'm gonna just remind these motherfuckers how good I was. He's awesome, right? In hindsight, but unfortunately, seems
Oh
that
my
Mike
God,
was
what's
struggling.
wrong with you?
I can't eliminate you.
What a nasty elbow.
Mm. Bud Ryan says, good luck in the Champions Challenges. Swear that thing is rigged so Big Show always wins.
Oh,
The most frustrating gauntlets. Good luck,
spoilers,
boys.
pal.
I don't know what that. Yeah, I don't know what that means.
And then he says, hashtag, respect Greg the Hammer Triple H. Which is an incredible
Greg the Hammer.
hashtag. Because
Accurate.
that's actually a good one, is that like he thought he was Ric Flair and he was actually Greg the Hammer. That's very good.
Oh my God, why does it keep going back to you?
This looks like a mess, guys, to be honest. Star rating wise, this is like minus.
It's not produced very well.
Hey, dub. Hey. Billy Gunn puts them battle royals together and he's just like, look, man, just do some cool shit. I was like, I don't know.
Why are there
Whenever you
How
wanna
the
get-
fuck?
yeah.
All three of us.
peak Triple
Can't
H?
play the game.
How did that happen?
Okay, let's go after Batista then.
No, I'm trying to eliminate you.
Why me?
I don't know, because you're in the match.
You're what? So is Batista.
Move perfectly. The kick connects.
Yeah, but I like Batista.
No, you don't.
This is a mess.
Oh no! Hardy's been eliminated. Jeff Hardy's out of the battle royal. 3 eliminations. He's making his presence felt in this match.
Oh, you can do something. I didn't know how to do that.
Uh-oh.
He's out.
There is no way you were still in this match.
Well, here we are.
Quit it, Batista. Go after Triple H.
T. Wayne, that is an awesome name. Jeremy will definitely be on Quizlemania at some point because he's a big star. I probably won't be, but that's, not because I'm not a big star, I just probably won't be. TNA chants around this time, and I guess Billy Gunn was still in Battle Royals. Very true. Billy Gunn's always in Battle Royals, even when he can't
Billy Gunn
spot
and Tommy Dreamer have been in every Battle Royal in history.
Yes, and Tommy has been wearing Dusty Rhodes tribute gear for 5 years.
Right. And now he's gonna
No one
shave
stops.
his hair like Animal for the next 15.
Oh my god, I forgot he did that.
He still got it.
That's the guy that tricked. He's the living embodiment of I love this business. That is Tommy Dreamer. in a nutshell.
I'm
Oh my
pretty sure
goodness.
you cannot get eliminated.
It's Triple H.
Because you should have been eliminated by now.
It's time to play the game. Oh man.
Nonsense.
Oh baby, Triple H is not going down.
Get Batista out, and then maybe
Oh,
I can
goodness.
actually eliminate you. Why are you so bad at this game, Joel?
I'm just not able to eliminate people, apparently.
Every single battle royal, you were just the absolute worst.
I
Have
don't
any
get
of the
it.
wrestling games like done a good job of creating the Battle Royal or the Royal Rumble? Or do they always suck like this one does?
I'm sure the AEW game will be just perfect for that stuff.
Guys running in with ladders and
Exactly.
tables. I kind of want the AEW game to be like completely inside baseball, and it's like set up elaborate spot in corner of ring, go get a table, do some dumb shit, damage your career, pop the boys.
Take it back
To
to
be
the boys.
fair, I always poke fun at that stuff, but like with NXT now, WWE is on the exact same path, right?
Yes.
They do ladder matches every week, and guys just take horrific bumps. For what reason? Like, what is the need, you know? I mean, last night, Daniel Bryan...
Shawn Michaels would book a ladder match every single week
Yes.
if he could.
Yes. Last night, Daniel Bryan reclaimed Brainbusters on the apron for the boys. Did you see that, folks?
Yes.
See that?
He walked through the curtain and was like, that's it, guys, we got it. We got it back. The Brainbuster on the apron is ours again.
How come I could get eliminated, but you couldn't?
Brand
This is
warfare.
John is selfless by comparison. To the game.
That's right.
This is going to go on for years now, Joe. You're going to need to eliminate this. This can't be just chops on the apron here.
Why not? Psychology.
Minus 3 stars. Wrong guy went over. Complete mess of a match. Disgraceful.
You say
I
that.
can't
now.
believe I'm here on a stream and you guys are doing brand supremacy via the eyes of Triple H. What is this, Rib?
That's no good. It was every man for himself in their king, just like it will be.
The game.
That's right. Survivor Series just around the corner. Wait a minute. WrestleMania is around the corner here.
What is this? Triple H's jet. What is this?
Hey, all right. I unlocked a bunch of stuff.
Whatever.
Oh my god, Miz and Morrison were tag teaming in 2010. Oh, good god.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's why we're playing 2010 because you can get the Miz as Mr. Money in the Bank. You can get a DX reunion.
Oh god.
And
How adorable was it when Taker on one of his 100 documentaries was like, I was so confident in the tag match with DX because it's a lot of talent. Oh my, there they are. Look at Miz. Good lord, he's come a long way.
It's literally the same act they're doing a decade later.
Have you noticed they've given Dolphin Rude the Miz's shit too? Have you noticed this? Like Miz and Morrison's script now just goes to Dolphin Rude and they do fat jokes and stuff.
why do we have to go to ECW? What is this shit? I didn't want to see who's behind the.
That'll be an interesting. I haven't seen literally. I've just seen as far as the roster page, John and Triple H, but T-Wayne. I hope that they investigate at some juncture the low ratings. Any low ratings that stand out as you go through these old games, folks.
You don't want to get your phone there?
No, I don't care.
Oh no, you and I are
Oh,
gonna have
God.
to tag team up, aren't we?
Oh. I don't want to team with you. Why am I teaming with you?
Because you can't team with the Miz and Morrison. They're too cool for us.
I can turn on you. Am I supposed to? Whatever. Miz is talking.
All right, leave
Can I
your locker
exit
room.
the room now?
JJ,
Oh
Kevin Nash.
yeah, these two need to get hurt. I don't mind if I don't care if it's for me
Two
or Cena, but
finishers.
Miz and Morrison should eat at least 2 finishers.
Each eat at least
No. We only need one, brother.
Kevin Nash has another year at least of TNA, I feel, at this time. JJ, I think. Because he's in the they angle, I feel. You know, where there's like, Sting keeps talking about the mafia coming to kill everyone, and it's just Eric Bischoff.
Can we talk about Kevin
Go
Nash's
ahead.
new film?
I'll talk about Kevin Nash anything all day. What do you want? I mean, I haven't seen. Is this the COVID film?
Yes. The bats come from China to the U.S.? What?
It's Hitchcock, brother. Pay no more.
I'm not sure if it's racist or just incredibly bad.
It would rule if Kev made something actively offensive after seeing his social media rebranding over the last couple of years.
Oh my goodness.
It did rule when, like, was it Paul Medusa who they were talking about doing some horrific things, or was Medusa who said it was wrong what they did to Sonny back in the day, which I will not repeat on the podcast, but it was filth effectively. And Kev was just like, "That's the business, brother." Kev's like, he's got a clear moral code until it comes to pro wrestling. It's like, yeah, shit in their bag. Who cares?
All right, don't forget to hit 2 finishers or something.
Don't you have to hit a finisher?
Back in 2011 for the Summer of Punk. And that went swimmingly, didn't it? That did. The Summer of Punk with the Kevin Nash text and all that good stuff.
I can't think of a better way to solve Punk's.
Don't you come help me?
I mean, I was the one who just got knocked out.
You're not paying attention to the match.
Yeah, well,
We could have an upset here, folks. Oh, no.
You're too busy worried about Summer of Punk.
Guys,
yeah, because it was the best summer ever.
serious question.
Was it?
Okay? ECW at this time, I'm not being an idiot here by saying there's no way these two guys even consider working this show, right? There's no way, right?
Not even close.
Good.
I mean, they're not the Big Show.
Big Show in rehab.
Bud Ryan
Big
says,
Big Show's ECW run was like good. Am I being crazy?
Yes. No, it was
Why
actually
do you get DQ'd?
Oh no.
That's why we just have to do it again.
You've got to get out of the ring, dummy.
I was trying. I was legit trying to get out of the ring.
You failed. You failed.
first time.
Big.
Bud, I would say that Kev can do 4 of his 5 moves in the movie. The one that I'm concerned about is the corner knee deal. He does that big, the big knees in the corner there. So,
I'm more concerned about the corner choke, like getting the boot that high.
oh, are they separate moves on the list?
Yeah, I think so. Because the corner knees is the picture frame back elbow. Those two can be paired together. But I think the choke, otherwise it's a chain of moves.
Honestly, man, like this may sound like I'm doing a bit, but when he was in WWF, like he could have like good matches, Diesel, and it's completely lost because he just phones it in inevitably after that, right? But like he has some great matches with Brett, and I know Brett.
Right,
Brett's
Sean,
Brett, but...
he had good matches both of them.
Yes, Sean too.
That guy.
So it's funny, you know, when like on the Broken Skull deal, Steve Austin was like, or Taker said it, he was like, Sean could have a 5-star match with Broom, and I'm sitting there like, weird, he had a 3-star match with Kurt Hennig. Strange how things work out. Must be chemistry, right, guys? Oh my, Morrison here.
Hell?
We don't actually talk enough about how. I mean, all of these guys are still active, but Morrison he's incredible physically. Right? He's actual in ring is better than ever. I think right now. He's just a goof, unfortunately. That's what he is.
Yeah, I mean that's the issue. Is he came back and he's the exact same person.
But it's at least he commits to the shit he's given and he tries his best. To make it, right?
Yeah,
he does what he
he's
can.
entertaining with it, but I mean this is just who he is in WWE.
But sometimes though you need to be realistic in the sense that like, what was he really gonna do, right? You know, this is a promotion that can't push like Ricochet. They're not gonna be like, oh, it's 40-year-old John Morrison, let's roll. You know, it's just.
I mean,
It is.
that's why he probably should get a push. 40-year-old John Morrison's right up the people.
If he went to NXT, bro, he'd be rolling. But...
Could you imagine if they had done that with Jomo? I would laugh. I'd love it.
Just a big NXT Bob Roode push at 40 years of age.
He doesn't like the NXT kids because they're knee slappers.
Is this a real thing?
Yeah.
You're kidding me, bro.
No.
John Morrison.
Yeah.
Who's he talking about? Like guys that are really good, like Roddy Strong and Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly.
I thought that was Tag. Oh, I don't know. I'll tell you. I'll give you the quote after this match.
Roddy's hot tag is legitimately like 20 straight fight ups. Very fun. I love Roddy's. That's not.
He just had the
one of my
hot tag going.
Oh, R1 and trying there. Okay.
What the hell just happened?
I had to do the hot tag.
Oh,
Now
no.
who are you hitting?
I
What are
don't
you
know.
doing?
For some reason,
What?
it's just glitching out like that.
Oh my good God, that's one of the funniest things I've seen. That was incredible.
That was great.
He took a bump. So... Just shoot him off and just watch him run past you. That would be a good comedy spot. I think Colt Cabana may have done that. Just shoot a guy off and just watch while they run the ropes.
What?
Short arm, baby. Look at this. Triple H is going to work. Drops the elbow.
Oh, God.
Joel, you were talking about you liked Impact this week.
Yes.
Was you as embarrassed as I was at how much you enjoyed Wrestlers Call? Because I legitimately found it like actively funny, and I couldn't believe myself. I was like, oh my, I'm actually laughing at this shit.
I did not expect to enjoy it as much as I did. I went into it being like, this is going to be the worst, dumbest shit you can think of. And then everything was just exactly as it should be.
D'Lo doing the entrance walk was an immediate pop.
Yes.
D'Lo doing the head shake. Swinger is like, I don't know if he's funny, but there's like a hint of comedy in him. And that's more than a lot of wrestling.
He's meta comic. I'll give it. Like,
Yeah.
he's meta wrestler comical. I'll take that any day.
Yes, because at least there's a hint of funny, right? Like, it's better than him trying to be actively funny. That would be very sad. Oh my, look at this. Taunting in front of them.
Why? Oh, that's why.
Did you
Why is Morrison standing like on the other side of the ring? What's happening here? What's
There's
Morrison
no
doing?
tag ropes.
FTR a few.
Yeah, they are upset.
Do you remember when Arn was like with them to negotiate their contract and they just never interacted with Arn again? Did I imagine this? Or did this happen? Help. Someone help.
No, I'm pretty sure that happened.
Good. And then they just joined Tully, so that was the end of it, I guess, right?
They were already with Tully at that point, though.
So why was Arn there to like check the ropes? What was he doing?
He's more of a tag specialist than Tully.
Arn's a weird fit in AEW. Like, I'm happy he's there, but it's just feels like he should do more. But then when he does stuff, he doesn't seem like he's into it. So I don't know.
I don't feel like they need all of these older people on screen. Like,
Yeah.
this Tully, like Tully is good as like a mouthpiece for FTR.
He doesn't
and stuff,
talk really.
but yeah, like he doesn't. So is he like, super necessary for them?
I don't know. It's hard for me to separate like just my sort of general enjoyment of just he's Tully on TV, right? Like it's cool, but I agree with you. Generally, it's probably unnecessary. Like Jake is starting to get to a point where I'm like concerned for him because he just looks in a bad way at times, and like I mean that sincerely. He looks like he's struggling. So I hope Jake's okay because he's lost his way since coming in for me in AEW.
You're teaming with Jake pretty soon, aren't you?
Yes, I am. No spoilers though. Shoot my booking fee down. Arn's playbook does rule. Yes.
Yeah.
I wish they would do more with that. Like I really wish. I mean, Joseph, you know how real sports I like, so I wish they would do more with like the playbook gimmick and whatnot. I'm still waiting on my analytics.
You're never getting those. Josh Matthews has got you covered in Impact. He was talking about like 3-point shooting and Murray ball and all this stuff.
I should message Mookie and be like, "What's happening here, Mookie?"
Oh God, I thought you were going to say I should message Josh Matthews. I was going to leave the podcast immediately.
We're not that close.
No. Josh, the day that you text me like Josh Matthews on the show, so I'm like, well, look at Triple H, Ricky Morton.
For the record, I can control this, and I'm just messing with it.
I think we know you can control it.
Good, perfect.
Just stand there.
It's getting that hot.
I
that
wish I
hot
knew how to do like
crowd.
better moves. Just doing all the same moves over and over again because I don't know how to do anything else.
Okay, so you guys are going to have to help me with this. So you played the Impact game, right, last week.
Somehow we did, yes.
Is it actively fun, or am I misremembering what it is?
I thought it was fine.
Yeah, it had its moments. It wasn't like the worst game ever, as some people have touted, but you know, it was fun when we figured it out.
Yeah, it's just, you know what, like, it's weird, is these games are probably objectively better if you was like a critic, but they're probably less fun to just watch and talk shit about. You know, like the Impact game has those deals where people just run into each other all the time, right? I mean, that one was fun when Triple H did a hot tag and missed it all. But generally, these games feel more rigid, I feel, right? They're more like well organised and structured.
I'm tagging you back in. I'm getting tired of doing the same 5 moves. I realized it's a John Cena match.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Here's the
you're in the
thing.
right place for that.
JJ,
We're
I
like
agree.
chain
with you.
wrestling now.
I agree with you, JJ, that Josh Matthews and Matt Striker together is like tough. But when you know that it's usually Madison Rain, you should be like leaping up and down and like, oh my god, we've won. Matt Striker's here. That's what you should be. Like, and look, Madison Rain, she's new to it, I guess, right? So good luck to her. But she's just not very good right now.
New. She's been doing it for at least a year
Joel,
at this
Joel,
point.
look, I'm covering my tracks here, Joel.
Just
Right?
sorry, I got
I'm covering my
problems there.
tracks. Like Madison Rain, I don't want to be a dick, but it's just not a very good team. That's all.
I agree. We'll leave it at
Yes, we'll leave it at that. I'm still not even sure I dislike Matt Striker. I think I get a weird enjoyment out of him being weird.
A
that.
weird
we get a
enjoyment.
ref
of him being
bump?
weird.
Come on.
Yes.
Peak Triple
Why are
H
you
match.
always attacking the referee? Oh, that was sweet.
Maybe he deserves it.
Jeremy, you saying you don't enjoy when Matt Striker just starts talking about like the 60s and stuff in the middle of a Kiera Hogan match?
This implies I watched a single second of Impact.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
man. Oh, you're very disrespectful.
What are they doing?
I'm double teaming you, man. I'd get in, but I don't really feel like it.
Gee, thanks for that, bud. I don't
Right,
even
so-
know who the legal man is.
You are. Why are you
Job
talking
of
so
JJ's
much
pointed out to me, but this is what I said. So the TNA game's just super limited, right? No
Yeah.
game mode
Yes.
as such.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it got Suicide a career for a decade.
You said that like Suicide was like an existing worker, and it wasn't just a mask they put on guys.
It is, but still, like, it
It got
still got
Suicide a
this
career.
gimmick a career.
Yeah,
Like, they can put anybody under it, and, you know, that's still employment, no matter how you look at it.
Yes, you're correct. So who dressed up as him recently? Joel, you'll know. Jeremy won't because he doesn't watch the program. But
This past week.
yeah, wasn't there like an open challenge deal and so on? What was the deal? I forget
Yeah,
now.
Crazy Steve was under the mask this week.
Crazy Steve. There you
And now
go.
he's got a championship match against Rohit Raju. For
Now
X
put the
Division
butts in
belt.
the seats.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Triple H is going up top. Oh, shades of Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid.
Got to pin him on the camera side.
Guys, are you guys trying to work to a 60-minute Broadway here with this tag
I
title?
have no idea.
I thought we were about to get 3 on that.
I think you did get through. I feel
I feel like I did.
yes. Wasn't the story on the TNA game that, like, Homicide tried to kill you or something? Which would be fitting as Homicide. But I think it was. I think he, like, assaulted Suicide. And then Jeff Jarrett was, like, a mob boss.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the story of the TNA game. I've seen people play it. Last week was the first time I played it.
See, Bud Ryan gets it. He says, I really enjoy Matt Striker saying the first man to a vertical base gets an advantage for the 27th time in a match. Factual. 100% true. Heard it once, talks about it eloquently and as though it's genius. Tremendous. Yeah, the Rascals were doing it. Wonder where the Rascals are going. Any takes? Any ideas, folks?
NXT.
Yeah.
What, to the roar of the crowd and all that in the NXT Full Sail Universal Wrestling capacity?
Yeah, it's the
Studio
Capital
Arena.
Wrestling Center, Joseph. Capital
Oh,
Wrestling
sorry.
Center.
Sorry.
Yeah. Here's what John Morrison said about leg
Yes.
slappers.
Yes. Yes.
Let's
Tell
go back
me.
to this bit.
Tell me.
He says, we have this term we have come up with called pump kickers. It's lazy. There's a lot of pump kickers. That's at the Performance Center. He says, I'm a leg slapper. So he hates pump kickers, not leg slappers.
What is that?
What is
I'm
it?
trying
Yeah,
to
what
think
does
of
that
he's talking
mean?
about.
No idea.
Because I was going to say I can only see him in my head doing the leg slap deal. So there you go.
He didn't have to leg slap in Lucha Underground because they had the piped in clapping noise.
Cinematic, bro.
That's right.
I mean, Lucha Underground deserves more credit than some people.
It rules that I asked what the Rascals are going to do. You guys say NXT, and the chat responds with 205 Live. So my hopes,
Oh,
my
no.
hopes is what we've got then. They're very talented guys. Hopefully it figures itself out. Yes, David, a very good favourite wrestler in AEW is John Moxley. John Moxley rules.
John
An
Moxley.
actual wrestling star. Incredible.
Yes.
Yeah,
like,
we talk about him a lot on our show.
he is
rules.
awesome.
He's like, oh, he's an old school. And you know what else? And this is not me knocking WWE guys, because you got to do what you got to do to get paid. And I respect that. You don't want to, rock the boat signs. But you can enjoy Moxley a lot more when you view him as a guy that's literally calling his own shots. Because he is. He can go to Tony Khan and be like, I want to work Joe Hulbert at the pay-per-view. And he go, okay, let's bring him in.
Why hasn't he done this?
Well, we're talking about it long term. But it's, he's a guy he's a throwback, right? He's a top star and he acts like one. It's cool.
All right, just hit the AA and then let's go home.
I don't know how.
Oh, you got to
know how
get
to
your
pick him
finisher up. You're up
I
now.
got my finisher.
So you got to pick him up somehow.
I don't know how.
Circle? There you
Oh,
go.
There. Are you gonna come? You gotta run in and cut him off.
Do I?
You don't know how to do that. Do you? Do you know how to get in? You better hurry up. You better figure it out. All right, I gotta pin him.
Oh my god, I had him.
You failed. You failed.
Okay. Bud Ryan, Sheamus' finish is not a pump kick, it's a shoot kick. He just kicks guys directly in the face. Yes, Luke Underground probably does deserve credit.
I'm trying to get out of the ring.
You're gonna get DQ'd again. Oh my god.
I'm trying to get out. I swear to God, I'm trying to get out.
I hate you.
Shades of Arn and Rick versus the Hollywood Blondes here.
Oh my
Just
god.
Get out of the
Oh,
ring.
short arm chop. Look at this.
Just please get out of the ring.
What is happening? This is carnage. -2 stars.
How do I
Figure
get out of the ring?
out of the
Somebody
ring,
please help me.
You've gotten us DQ'd.
This is a disgrace. The NWA champion would never do this.
Okay, hold on. Someone's got to find out how we get out of the ring.
Go to tutorial. I'll go to tutorial.
Who do we think attacked Moxley?
Go to
Well, I'll answer
tutorial.
this while the guys try to figure out how to get out of the ring. I'm going to be honest. I actually legitimately think it's Kenta. So
Really? You were
yeah,
on
that's not a scoop. I'm pretty confident that's what's going to happen. And I understand why people don't think it is, because like you're giving a different promotion build with your biggest match of the year. I get it. But I think Tony Khan's desperate to make that relationship work. So I think that's what's going to be.
My friend is very high on Kenta and would pop huge if it ended up being Kenta. I don't think it's Kenta.
I'll tell you this much, okay? If it is Kenta, you have to take my Twitter away, because he's going to get dunked on from every which corner from WWE fans, and it's going to hurt me very, very much, because I still love Kenta, right? Like, whatever, I know that he's not what he was, but still Kenta.
He's been good for the most part in New Japan.
All right, we're good.
He's a legend, right? Like, he's what he is.
I would love to win this match, but you beat the shit out of the referee, and so my pen doesn't help me.
This is like a double juice 5-star classic. It's turned out to be a -2 star film.
How about instead of stop cheering on the apron, you come and cut off Morrison?
Hold on, I got it. I'll take care of him.
Do you?
The outside pick for Moxley could... I mean, this is way out there because no one really reacted to it, but there was a lot of talk about Nick Gage coming in, right? So
Yep.
that would be...
There's no one there to react anyway. Who cares?
Right, but like, I mean, on social, people be like, huh? Who's this guy? You know, it's just the way
Who
it
cares about those dorks?
I kind of want Gage to be a member of Eddie's family instead, but that's just me.
I think the people who like...
Wait, why do we have to rematch?
Oh, 2 finishes or some bullshit.
Oh my...
Can't just go past it? All right, let's just get it. This time it'll be fast. Now I know how to get out of the stupid ring.
Will it? Will it?
Yeah, we'll see.
The problem is like getting the finisher.
Yeah, you got to just get hot momentum and then hit 2 in a row.
Don't be crushed if it's not Kenta, bud. That'd make me feel bad. It's not my idea anyway. It won't make me feel bad.
Yeah, that's like that's an internet trope
That's
right
the big
now.
take.
Yeah, that's what everybody's kind of rooting for.
I mean, the obvious one in terms of the
forbidden
angle is Hangman, right? And the idea that he's trying to like,
Yeah,
win back his power.
that's what I think. I think it's something involving Hangman.
It's interesting. I really loved that segment with Moxley and Eddie on Wednesday. It said so much without saying hardly anything, you know. Swoggle dressed as Kenta. That's brilliant. I love that.
I did see that gimmick from Impact.
That was actually good, but kind of sad because it was like effectively them being aware of how funny, like how ridiculous it is to think AJ would go back to Impact. So it's kind of sad, but if you look past that, it's funny.
Josh Matthews sold it though. Yeah, I really thought it was AJ.
Oh God.
Josh Matthews'
exact quote on that.
Josh Matthews is like one cell.
Yes, Ethan Page was doing he was doing the facials, and Matt Striker goes, he knows he can't win.
I mean, factual.
What, like the idea that he's just like, that's it, I have no possible chance. Isn't Ethan Page like one of the top guys? I guess he's not anymore because he's leaving the territory, but there you go. Ethan Page is so good, by the way.
There's one finisher.
I believe in you.
Ethan Page is very good.
He's versatile too. You can give him anything on TV and he'll probably get it over.
Just imagine him on 205 Live.
Lindsay, I appreciate that I have now gone to the top of your favourite people list, but you need to adjust that list rapidly. That seems like a bad list.
That is my friend who I told you would pop for the Kenta.
Oh, that's awesome. Good.
Yes.
That's good. Well, I hope so then in that case. I mean, Kenta's, it would just be cool, a cool moment, right? But we'll see.
I might lose. I don't know what I'm doing. No, thank you. Finally did something right, Joel.
You're welcome. I figured out how to play this game.
I mean, that's debatable.
That move rules where Cena just like takes an arm. Just does nothing with it. There you go.
Working it over.
And one more time.
Yeah, because 2010 is when Cena would still like pretend to build up his matches, right? Before he got to the point where it's just like, AA in 8 minutes, then we go. Then we go.
That's what I'm here for.
One of the best Cena tropes was deal where like the underdog would like hit him early and he'd like roll to the outside. Like, wow, never been hit like that before. just do the same thing. Incredible. I agree, Bud. I agree. He said it's really nice how much AEW makes him see what's going to happen next week. They do at least one thing where it hooks me, so I have to tune in. I agree. You know, with the shutdown, the lockdown, the pandemic, and everything that's going on, my brother has watched all of these wrestling programs with me, and he is someone who you have to convince not to be like a WWE guy. You know, like that's his bread and butter. And he's concluded in the last couple of weeks, he's like, AEW's the best show. And that kind of said a lot to me because it's very wrestling heavy, and it definitely has flaws. But I think that point that Bud said there is exactly it. Like it gives you more of an entryway as far as stories, I think. Which is weird because WWE tries to tell many stories. It's just different, I guess.
Joe, is your brother, is he an older brother or a younger brother?
Older.
Older brother.
Why does that sway his AEW take?
No, I'm not trying to sway any take. I'm genuinely curious because...
No, he's 10 years older than me.
There is a lot of talk about older fans coming back to wrestling because of AEW, and I get that. So
yes,
it's
he fits that bill exactly because like his sweet spot is like the actually bad shit from the Attitude Era, you know?
Right.
And I think there's an authenticity, if nothing else, the top guys in AEW that's reminiscent of that, if that makes sense. Because look, I've watched.
I did my 2 finishes.
Here we go.
I think we're both supposed to do 2 finishes.
No, I don't care.
It's not who hits them; it's that they both have to eat too.
Just elbow drop the referee.
Joel hates the referee.
Yes, I've learned this.
I'm pretty sure that my next
go down there and hit it. What are you doing? Go get.
Sorry, I thought we were all going here.
JJ, you mentioned Todd Grisham. I can't hear the audio of the game. I assume it's him. I don't know if you guys have heard Todd Grisham commentate boxing. He commentates like he's like professional wrestling. He has like a heel color guy.
On this game, it's Michael. Oh, I guess on ECW maybe it is.
I think it's him and Striker. I guess, right?
Yeah. Maybe.
Oh, you got to be kidding me,
Joel. I'm trying to make this easy for you, and you're making this part difficult.
JJ, my thoughts on NXT are I think it's a really watchable show. And I think when I can sit down and sink my teeth into the matches, I enjoy them because I think their roster's incredible. But I think they have a real issue as far as compelling week-to-week programs. it's, as you mentioned here, they feel like they're going on the fly. It feels like a clean slate every week, and it's like, here's our matches this week. And oftentimes that means a good show in a vacuum, because the matches are good. But they're very seldom do I spend the week thinking, oh, I'm looking forward to NXT next week. You know, and that's probably a problem for a TV product.
They should just rename everything after WCW pay-per-view, like I said.
Not just the pay-per-views, it should just be called Nitro, shouldn't it?
I mean, that would
NXT
be fine too.
I love Joe always goes to Slamboree. It's a correct play, I agree with that. I used to love the Slamboree deal. It's like, they would like roll out legends for the first like 40 minutes of the pay-per-view. They'd be like, the crowd seems pretty dead now, huh? Weird, they weren't pumped up for Garnier in the first 20 minutes of this show, huh?
Alright, in this segment be over, like I played the same match for 5 hours.
Did you do the 2 finishes?
I did 3.
Oh,
I did 3 finishes.
No, we both have to do 2.
They both have to eat them, I think.
Quit.
2 each.
I quit. Turn this game off.
Starcade is probably coming, Ronnie, to be honest, bro.
Starcade
probably...
is 100% coming.
Yeah.
I'm shocked they didn't do it the winter is coming week here. But
Well,
they
because
legitimately
have
might do it at the end of the year.
Starcade thing bums me out because in past years it's an event I always want to like, and they just make sure I hate it. It's weird.
This is just a
It could be fun. It could be fun as like a little network special. Do you know what I mean?
They think it is fun as a network special.
But like, they don't even do a cool little, you know, on this is Starcade video. It just starts and it's like Todd Phillips or Tom Phillips, wherever he's, you know. Oh, it's a weird one. It's just, it feels very like, you know, we don't give a shit about this brand, so let's just have some fun with it. In fairness, Triple H loves the WCW brand, so he literally...
Are you going to get us DQ'd?
Oh my god, what is happening?
Why would you think that was a good idea?
I did not think we would get DQ'd on that.
Why would you not think that?
You got a 2x4.
Here we go, and Striker, you can smell the arrogance in the
I'm
air.
laughing so hard.
We're gonna
Hacksaw Triple H.
We're gonna spend this entire night playing one match.
Oh my god, that was so stupid.
I can never do any moves.
You do the arm ringer well though, brother.
Do something. Like,
Okay. Sorry, that one was definitely not what I planned to do.
I don't know what you were planning to do. This is a bad plan.
He picked it up from under the ring and I had to follow.
Okay. You didn't have to.
Yeah, it's ECW.
Wow.
So, it's ECW. There are no rules.
Don't try to justify this. You fucked up.
This is a great comment. Will Big Paul do his motorcycle entrance at NXT Hog Wild?
Dude, they've got to do Hog Wild, right?
Yeah.
They've got to do Hog Wild.
That is a great comment.
Next summer.
Hog Wild is an event. That's
I'll do it
incredible.
next summer.
Cena kicks out. And he gets out.
This is true, Martin. This is going longer than Okada and Omega.
This is...
I really need this to go quickly.
I did not realize I just got hit with a finish.
Yeah, that's one.
I need
for
my
them.
ass kicked this game. I'm over this match. Like, I'm not motivated to play this match anymore.
Can't blame you.
You said that like it's a surprise to us. Oh man, Jeremy's done with this. Wow.
What is happening? I'm not using my controller anymore.
Oh,
Are you
no.
actually not?
I'm just getting my ass kicked.
Jomo, brother, is warmed into it.
What? Am I seeing something else that you guys aren't seeing?
I have no idea.
It might be
I'm
because
not
you have
using my
something
controller.
open.
I stopped watching the ring about half
Do
an
you
hour
have
ago.
something open that isn't the game?
No. No. I'm not in the game anymore. Quit the game.
Talk about catching a beating.
Probably not do that.
Kind of surprised to see him acting like this. Got his
Wow,
top
Morrison's hip swiveling while this happens. Wow.
Oh, you're back in,
Eric.
I guess.
Here comes the back.
What was happening here?
I'm outside of the ring.
Can you not get in the ring?
No. I can't move him.
What?
Oh,
Actually?
Happy birthday, Eric. I don't know what they're doing here. This is very, very scary. But happy birthday. Early happy birthday, I guess, right? Monday. Don't spend your birthday watching Monday Night Raw. Do something good on Monday. I know you're limited in what you can do right now, but just don't watch Raw. Very sad. Do what I do and just scroll Twitter while Raw's on and then watch afterwards, knowing all the bad stuff. Good lord, look at this. -5 stars. Get it out of there.
I think I finally have control over the
Fix
game
it.
again.
The only thing this is missing is a blown fireball spot. That's the only thing this is missing.
Wow, this is Halloween Havoc?
Yes.
Oh, good.
It's certainly something. WCW would be ashamed of this. This has been going for 40 minutes now.
Yeah, no one deserves this match.
No. Oh my god. Thank God Joseph is here to entertain the people.
I'll say.
It does pop me the idea that someone's got this on mute and is just watching the gameplay. I've got to say, I don't think it's happening. There's 60 people in it, but if there's just one of those 60 that's doing that, that is an incredible play on Saturday night. The only good part of Raw is The Fiend and Alexa Bliss. That is not my alt account. I can confirm.
Oh, no, I am not trying to use it.
If you...
I also like The
I'm
Fiend
just
and
gonna do
Alexa
that.
Bliss stuff.
Do you like The Fiend and Alexa Bliss?
I think so. I go back and forth on it. I think it's fun. I think there's something to be said for it, because at least it's like an idea that's committed to on the show, you know?
I mean, if nothing else, they are committed to the idea. I do agree with that.
I wouldn't have had her crying, though. The crying shit is bad, man. Why did they do it? They did it with Roman, so stop the crying, please. It's very bad.
They do the crying with Alexa like once a year now, though.
Yeah, but like, you know when she would do it as a when she would like do the arm break deal and that stuff. Yeah. It's like, well, she's like so obnoxious, it's good. They were trying to actually convince us that like she was like heartbroken. It's like, oh come on, you're trying to lean on her acting way too much now. She's not an actual actor, you know.
She's going to Hollywood.
Listen, Jeremy.
Going to Hollywood.
That bit is one of the best bits ever. And the fact that it's been followed by her being framed as an actual future Hollywood star is amazing. Because now people tweet that unironically, which is brilliant. But the thing is with the Alexa stuff is like, there's a middle ground between terrible acting and like an actual actor, isn't there? And for wrestling, she does a pretty good job. It doesn't mean she's ready to be winning an Oscar, you know? This is worse than the entire Heroes of Wrestling card. That's where you're at, folks. That's where you're at, folks.
Wow. I mean, I get Miz and Morrison are polarizing people, but that's intense.
Do we both? So we both have to do 2 finishes.
We both
It's
have
not
to
who
do.
hits them. It's they both. Miz and Morrison have to take 2 each. Is what I think it is.
No, I think we each have to do 2 of our finisher.
Okay.
Doesn't matter to
Yeah, I think that's where we're at.
Okay. There was one element of it that he was like, that doesn't matter, that wasn't there. So it's just which one. Okay, that's fine. I'm glad to be on, Ronnie. I'm glad.
We're gonna start doing distraction post shows when I launch my Twitch next year.
We are.
who.
Yeah.
Excited.
We've been doing those for a year effectively, but we're gonna have to clean them up a little bit.
I mean,
Maybe.
I have all that footage. I did no idea I'm not actually gonna do anything with it, but for the big documentary, that's gonna be valuable footage.
What percentage of it do you think is like releasable?
There's a good percentage releasable.
There's a 3-hour one where we just talk about like Yokozuna and 90s wrestling,
Yeah.
which I don't know if it's good, but it was quite funny. There was one night where Jeremy and I just sat there and talked about how wrestling's dead. It was one of the most brutal things we've ever done. It was like, it was honestly depressing. We were just like, everything just sucks. It was like right at the start of shutdown and everything, or lockdown.
The one that the stuff that we can't release is where we bury everybody.
Well, one of them we can, because that guy is now actually buried, so it's like, you know, you can do it, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. We actually actively publicly buried him, so doing it privately is pretty harmless in all fairness.
Well, there's stuff where we like bury Sean and whatnot. Like,
Oh,
we
yeah,
could
that's
release it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, if he can commandeer your Twitter and go live on that,
He did do that last night.
and the aftermath
What
is even funnier.
What happened? I didn't see this.
So he got mad at me on the post show because I don't know. I don't remember what I said. I said something to troll him, and he was very mad at me. And so he went So you know the StreamYard gimmick, Joseph, how like the show will stream from my Twitter now as well. So Sean has access to the StreamYard, obviously, and so when he posts the stream, he can post it on my Twitter account when he streams on StreamYard. And so that's what he did last night, and did like this post-show thing where he called his friend, who he says he didn't abandon, to get his story on record to bury me.
Wow. Heady play.
All right, come in and get this tag so you can hit your dumb finishers. And then what happened is he was like, all right, bye. He shut it down, or he thought he signed off, but he forgot to end the broadcast. So he remained on stream as he was like checking his phone and getting up and doing shit. And I was very worried that he was going to do something stupid. And so I called him and I said, turn the stream off, you dummy. And then he finally turned it off. And then I had to delete the tweet.
Very, very funny.
This could have been a catastrophe. Then, is what you're
I could have deleted the tweet like immediately when I saw it, and then no one would have seen it, and it would have been fine. But I decided to just let it go for his benefit.
See, here's where Jeremy's a good brother. If Jeremy had let that play out and Sean had somehow got himself in trouble, Jeremy would be running Fightful.com right now.
There's still
Nobody
time,
wants that.
brother.
Nobody wants me running the website because it would not.
I'd be vice
last.
president, baby. I'd be his right hand man. I'd be the Sullivan to his Bischoff. It'd be incredible.
It would not last long if I was running it.
just folds within a month.
Yeah,
Exactly.
The whole website just becomes a distraction.
It would 100% just shut down very quickly. Do you know how to do your finisher? Okay,
I'm
good.
doing it now, baby.
You got-
Did he block it? Okay, I thought he blocked it.
Oh god.
I have never watched that tank. No, Tai Chi and Kanemaru playing the New Japan card game. The only thing with the New Japan card game I've seen is when Ospreay does that terrible advert. Terrible advert where he screams and shouts. See, that's bad acting. You see, there's a difference between just resting acting and actively bad acting.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna beat up. How do I get off the apron?
X.
Guys, I have big news, because in the chat is The Undertaker, the Grim Reaper, the Lord of Darkness.
Again?
I know he had a lot of time on his hands these days, but I didn't realise it was that point. Wow. He remembers playing this on the PS2. Didn't know you were a gamer, Mark. Gotta be honest with you. Didn't know.
I have a problem with these kids and their video games.
Tank says we would rename the podcast 83 Hours. What's our NWO angle, the Luther interview? Answer every question. What is happening? Why is Miz working a full Nelson spot with Triple H?
He was trying to give me the
for
thing.
Soften him up.
The 1%er. Whatever the.
Do you still have to hit another finisher?
Yeah, because the other one didn't.
Oh god.
Oh no, it's another.
You
ref.
hit the ref
Oh,
as usual.
no.
Oh no,
What is happening?
Jomo
Why are
hit
you
the
going to the
insecurity
top
because
rope?
you're not in the ring helping.
Why should I?
Because 2-on-1's a problem.
Wait, what is the Miz's finish called?
Isn't it the skull crushing finale?
Yes, that's the one.
What did you say, Joel? Whose finish did
Instead
you
of calling
say?
it the 1%er.
That's easy for
one.
right?
Yes, I'm well aware
Yeah,
that's
that's
easy.
Okay.
easy.
No, sorry, I was legitimately interested in whose finish that was. I was very confused.
I was just messing around.
Poor EC3, man. Jeez. Hate to tell you that stuff is not very good. Very sad.
Can you please hit your finish?
I'm trying. Why is he allowed to?
NWO angle, Jeremy Joe Luther. Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
We're
That makes
trying
Luther
to.
look tough luck.
We're trying to take over. Joe's angling for a spot on AEW in the
Right.
interview.
Well, remember when we did the show with Sean where we nearly made him quit doing podcasting after that Saudi Arabia show? I actually pitched myself to be Bobby Roode's heel manager when he takes on what's the young guy that they always have worked at Saudi shows? He worked at Dolph Mansoor. Yeah.
Oh,
And I was like,
Mansoor.
bring me in. And they have not done one show there since. Granted, there was a global pandemic, but ignoring that little factoid, seems
Yeah,
like I killed
wouldn't
the
pay
territory.
attention to that.
Yeah, it seems like I killed the territory. There's no need to pay attention to it, Joel. None of the other wrestlers do. I'll fit right in the business. The Mizard of Oz. Oh my, is that a real move that the Miz does?
Yeah, that was what it was called. All right, can we win this match? I swear if this is not it.
We're just gonna exit and quit forever.
Yes.
Okay. I think we did it. Are you?
I don't get it. I don't get it. Are we supposed to lose?
There's no way. There's no way. How does that mean?
This sucks.
Do we have to do it again?
I
Exit room. What's it gonna say?
hate all of this.
We will never book a TW match that goes
Both opponents two finishers.
Both opponents.
Please tell me I wasn't right all
finishers?
along. Please tell me I wasn't right all along, guys. Please.
I hate that you were right. Yes.
I'm literally not even looking at the screen. I'm staring at my phone to read the chat, and I am correct about this. This is tragic.
This hurts me so much.
Are we doing this again?
I guess so. And there's Tommy Dreamer to tell you that you got to.
John Cena Gamer 0809 is correct. You have to hit both of the finishes on them. Oh,
Thanks,
both of your-
John Cena Gamer.
Hang on,
Appreciate
hang on.
it.
Is that what it is? You have to. But is it? Do you have like two finishes? Is that what it is, or is it just two guys?
Both of your
You gotta
finishers
hit
on that.
Two
Oh,
finishers
so I gotta
on the Miz,
hit
two
an
finishers.
you gotta hit.
Morrison.
I don't know. This is stupid.
Just hit like 12 of them. Make your
Just spam
Just stay
finish.
there until you hit 10 finishes each.
This game sucks.
I can't believe that was a thing.
After the statements made on the dirt sheet.
I do admire the fact that Joel still has the energy to do the Triple H fire up on the apron. Though. I do admire that. I respect it.
Means the world to me.
Ricky Morton, brother, I gotta love it. You booked a 2020 WWE program accidentally. Multiple rematches, same stakes. Ignorant, very true, Tank. Do you remember when they decided they couldn't have wrestling during the break? And they were just like, we're going to just book exclusively restarts and 2 out of 3 falls matches. Peak suddenly deciding you're going to change the whole format of a show that hasn't changed for 20 years. You know the best version of this year was like the underground deal. And it's like, we all talk about wrestling on our podcast, right? So you have to talk about it as what it is. You have to like, it's fine, it's okay, whatever. But we all know in the back of our minds this is just going to be a tiny little trivia question when they forget about it, right? We all know. But
No,
you
man,
can't
we were
criticise
all in on it.
because you can't criticise it because then WWE fans will do, they'll let it play out. They pretend it's brilliant. It eventually gets cancelled within months. We all move on with our lives. It's a waste of time. We should have never even spoke about it. It was never going to last, but we have to talk about it because that's the gig, brother. Right? We can't just
Okay,
talk
that's
about
one.
And get him with a pedigree.
There you go. Time to play the game. Drop the double axe handle. Look at Harley in there. Full mount. My
Oh
God.
no, he got me back. Oh my god.
Whatever
This
happened to
game
Raw
play.
Underground?
They just stop. That's what always happens. They come up with a great idea. They fall in love with it for a week and they hate it and get rid of it. It's just we have to talk about those things because that's our.
Remember
Yeah.
when they turned off or they did like different graphics and turned down the lights for the third
The
hour?
best ever.
Yes.
They did it for like a week.
It was around that time.
And then the 24/7 title was only supposed to be in like the third hour type of thing, even though it was a 24/7
Yes.
title.
But the thing is like we spoke about this at the time, but the 24/7 the underground thing, sorry, was like actually good as like a squash match thing. It was fun to watch wrestlers just kill random guys, but you knew they weren't going to do that for long, so there's no point caring or getting invested, right?
Braun got
Dabba-Kato?
over. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Braun got over. He beat Dabba-Kato, and so it was
I
all.
don't know
It
what it was with Braun, man.
it was all
I-
Via came over.
There was a time where he could like actually be a big deal, and it feels so long ago now. It probably was a long time ago. to be fair.
It was the Roman feud is when he felt like a big deal.
2017, right?
Yeah.
I actually got bummed out the other day because I was reading what Heyman said about the do you remember they did that Fatal 4-Way where it was like the monster match? It was like Roman,
Yeah.
Joe, Braun, and Paul was talking about trying, and obviously it's a Heyman quote, so you got to roll your eyes, but he was talking about how he convinced Brock, like, yeah, put Joe over, and Vince just wouldn't go for it, and I was like, oh man, I was devastated. It just that time was fun because it was like Joe proving that he was an actual top guy. He became undeniable at that point because he was standing next to Brock and everyone was like, yeah, sure. Amazing.
When is
Joe?
Brock showing up in AEW?
Wednesday. Winter is coming.
Yeah, the same brother.
Thoughts on the Mysterio angle? Oh dear.
It exists.
I actually just think it's a rib, and you can't convince me otherwise. Like, it's like Buddy Murphy's many things, but he's not a particularly colourful personality. And they're like, yeah, let's give him a 19-year-old girlfriend. Good job. Just bullshit that will get him under, and then they'll blame him for it. But you know, we're on a stream. That's the kind of stuff I'll say on a stream. On the show, I'm going to be like, it's got promise. It's getting him on TV. But...
Okay, you have to hit a finisher on Morrison, and then I have to get Miz with mine.
Okay.
There's the counter. That didn't land flush, but it did connect.
Look at this.
Look at him
Yeah,
hyping up
we
the
shoot.
crowd.
We shoot on the streams. The shows were a little bit more careful.
To answer your question, it's complete bullshit. And Martin, you should be ashamed of yourself for even mentioning a wedding, because that would be the worst segment of all time.
Oh, I want that. I want the wedding.
Dude,
I'm
there's
excited
never
for
been a worse promo
Best-
couple in history of wrestling than
What
them
is
two.
the
They
best
can't-
wedding in wrestling? And you can't say Liz and Savage.
Okay. No need for you to throw that raw on me there, Joe. I was still thinking about it. You have to
I had to
restrict
take
me
it out
immediately.
because I had to take it out because everyone goes to Liz and Savage because
It's like an actual
How often
wedding
do you
love
have this
angle.
conversation?
yeah, because it worked.
That's Joel's first line anytime he meets somebody. So what's the best wedding angle in wrestling?
God, man, throw something at me. I don't even know. I
feel like it's Test and Stephanie.
Oh god. What about
And
Eric Young?
Kane and Lita. Was it Kane and Lita? Whoever and Lita.
She did
Who's
both.
that
I think she did Edge and Kane. I feel.
Yeah.
That was when she
Joey.
was a heel after being abused, wasn't it? That was good stuff.
Billy and Chuck.
What about ODB and Eric Young, guys? You love?
Sure, that existed.
Rosemary
Lana
and
and
Johnny
Bobby.
Bravo.
Yeah, someone got shot at that wedding.
Yeah. No, man, I'm still going with Billy and Chuck. That commitment ceremony.
Lana and Bobby, someone said.
No,
That was this year, I think.
It was 2019, December 2019.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's almost then.
Technically within the last calendar year, yes.
Good lord.
What an angle that was. That worked for everybody.
Really
It's another one, I mean-
catapulted everyone.
That's a deal where thank God they didn't blame Bob for it, but they would happily do so if it was a different circumstance, you know? Oh, why didn't Bob go over with this manager that's not good at managing? I don't know. Can't figure it out. It's weird. She, like, you know, just eats up every scene with her bad acting. Why is Bob not getting over? No clue. Can't figure it out.
We're not burying Lana.
Not here.
I'll bury whoever I want on a live stream when I've watched one match for an hour, Jeremy Lambert. Let me tell you. Throw anyone at me, I'll bury him at this point.
All right. So
All right,
you
get
gotta
me the
hit
Miz.
Miz.
Cena hits a huge move.
Go tag in the Miz.
And we got it
There.
SoCal and Jay Lethal. I don't remember this.
I don't remember that
Neither
at
do
all.
I.
Did they just do Macho and Liz? Is that what they did? I'd imagine that's probably what they should have
Oh,
done.
that's probably what they did.
That's got Russo all over it, hasn't it? It's got his fingerprints all over it.
I'm
That
waiting
sounds like-
I'm waiting for the Penelope Ford Kip Sabian wedding. I
that'll be-
believe
that'll
that'll
be
be very
shit.
good.
Yeah, how long are we gonna wait till that happens?
I'll wait as long as they want to let me wait. As long as I don't have to see it, I'm fine with it. That's fine.
That'll be the first
True.
arena thing that AEW does. Post pandemic.
It's the thing is it could be like relatively funny, but I'm so far gone on the angle that I don't care.
Okay, this could be it.
pedigree face first.
Oh, I need to.
Is
Oh,
it
that's my bad. No, it's not gonna be it.
2?
Oh, maybe it is. That better look.
Nice.
If that's not it, I'm throwing.
Wait,
I'm throwing the controller.
I think that's
So-
it. It
looks
went
like it
straight to
is.
the now loading screen.
Jobber JJ has informed us that
Yes.
SoCal Val
Cena
left
pulled out
for
the
Sanjay.
victory.
So there
I
you go.
guess the whole
Oh.
is not greater than the sum of its
Sanjay's in
parts.
WWE now, right, as an agent.
Yeah, he might have been. I don't know if he was part of the furloughs or not. I don't recall.
Gutterson?
Wow.
Maybe those two will think
Hmm.
twice before they insult
I don't.
someone. Though I doubt
He was like one of Jeff's right hand men on the famed rebuild that lasted 3 months, wasn't he? In Impact. You know, rebuild number 14 is what I'm
I
talking
was
about.
gonna say you're gonna have to specify.
Remember when he just changed the company's branding and then left a month later? Peak Jeff. He's like, this isn't really working, is it? Should I just go home? Yes, okay. He's like, weird, I just changed the letters. Oh no, it's Kane.
They were what, GFW?
GFW, brother. Chris Masters, build around. So what you got? Yeah, he's a producer. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate it. Shane Helms is back now, right? That's the deal?
Yeah, he's back, and Finlay are back.
And supposedly the Brian Kendrick is doing stuff for NXT.
You know, it's funny you say that, Joel, because I was looking at the NXT staff the other day, and as I looked through their 400 coaches, I thought they could do with an extra guy there to teach them how to take flatbacks, couldn't they? You know?
I didn't say he was a coach. I just say he's a producer on NXT.
I'm messing this. Brian Kendrick's
let it go.
All right, so I got to face Kane in a no DQ match. Oh, God, and I got to put him through a table.
I believe in you.
Oh, that's going to be tough, man. They're always painful, those mechanisms, you know.
I feel like the table in this game...
Okay.
Oh, maybe it's the early SmackDown games.
Within 2 minutes 30, Jeremy.
What? Oh my God!
Thank
you for telling me that, because I missed it, and I'm
a details man, like JJ Dillon in '86, bro. Edge and Vicky. I don't remember that, Aaron, but I refuse that answer. I refuse.
I think Helms is not doing. He's not at the Capitol Wrestling Center, so it's a little bit easier to get along with.
Helms dunked on that, man. That was vicious. That was actually quite embarrassing, to be honest.
I mean, he shouldn't have. You know.
Oh no, it was right. Yeah, he did the right thing. I'm just saying it was actually like hard to watch how embarrassing it was.
How do I get a weapon?
Grim White
yeah,
and Craig.
That's a question I don't know. You have to do it
Joel,
in 2 minutes? Is it you have to go to the ring apron and press circle?
I thought he was going to do it for you then. That
Yeah, I thought so too. That's what I was hoping for. These camera angles, my God.
Yeah, they really go all out.
I feel like Kane has too much hair here. That's my take thus far.
It's a hot take right there.
Let me
Any thoughts on Kane's hair in the chat? It's crazy that NWA champ Serena Deeb was just an NXT coach earlier this year. She's amazing. I agree, bud.
It's true.
But I think, to be honest, we've all taken for granted how good of a signing that was. That was smart on their part. Very smart. She's a role player, right? To use our kind of terminology. She's a player coach. She makes people look good. And eventually you want to transition away from her being like a top star in a division. But for now, my God, it's a huge upgrade on what they had, I think.
She's not even really she's the NWA champion.
She's like on TV.
Yeah, because they book. Yeah, they book their NWA women's division better than the AEW women's division.
But if you were to do like this would be quite the task. If you did like a female depth chart for AEW, she's in the top 5, right? On Dynamite. Because Swole's fallen off since like doing a little bit to me.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just a cycle though. Maybe Deeb will do that soon. I don't know. Swole's got a ways to go though, right? Like it is what it is. You got. I mean, I don't like to give him too much leeway on this, but sometimes you have to just be patient. I feel. Not with the actual division, but like with the individuals.
I think the biggest miss has been like the Brit stuff, like because she should have been bigger after that Swole match, and I know that match was what it was. It was a cinematic gimmick, but like the fact that she built herself so well during during that time off, and then they did the match, and then they did nothing to follow up with it after it happened.
Let's be honest. For the sake of the division, it's probably best that she gets the belt.
Yeah.
But then they need to kind of use her, whether they think she's this level or not. They need to treat her as a promo the way they treat MJF and Eddie. Now, I'm not saying she's as good as them. What I'm saying is that's the only way it's going to go over, because you can't just have her turning up once every 3 weeks. It just isn't going to work. It's a character. You have to feature it, you know?
What the fuck is happening?
Here comes CJ.
Oh.
That looks nothing like... That is absurd character model. Chris should have stopped them in the process, so that's disgraceful. I wonder if Chris is watching right now that we're pals with Luther.
Probably in his home theater watching.
What a fool. Imagine having a home theater and wasting it on this. One tag match for an hour.
Do the move! Oh, the table didn't break!
Do it again.
This is pitiful. not going to get it done.
I
Beat the
know. I
clock
don't
challenge.
know any. I can't do any power moves.
You're doing like shoot takedowns on the
You
That
did
broke
it.
it though.
Does it count? It does not.
No, 'cause
I think it's
I
supposed
don't
to
know.
put it
Was
through
that a
regular
mandatory
table.
goal?
I don't know, dude.
Now you got Chris.
Abaddon's a cool character, I agree. That's a super cool character. I don't know, I haven't seen enough to see where she's at, like, as a performer.
Yeah.
But the act is super cool.
My co-host Tim this past week pointed out that it would have been so much cooler if they had brought out Abaddon with the lights down and like a big scene instead of just lights on and come out.
It made Sheeta look dumb, actually, the way they did that, I thought, to be honest. Because she had like a kendo and she just like fell down. It was very odd. I didn't understand it.
They used to do the lights out gimmick so often.
Yeah.
Now they don't in the pandemic era because it's like, all right, doesn't mean as much. They did it when Cody returned. They did the full lights out gimmick.
His entrance always has the lights though, right? Doesn't it? Doesn't it have the whole, wrestling as one, more than one
Yeah,
rule?
but like his return didn't necessarily need that because he could have just come ran out and.
What was his return?
Did that gimmick. When he came back after Brody Lee beat the shit out of him.
Right. I'm trying to think of what he did.
He came back and he went
black
after
hair.
Brody Lee.
And he had the hair, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And he had the weird like red blood going across the screen, the fiery blood, and then it started his theme.
John Cena game at 0809 is an incredible source of information. He says it was an optional goal. You unlock John Cena with a shirt. Now, if there's one thing I know about Jeremy, is that he doesn't want John Cena wearing a shirt, so that's fine. He doesn't need that. He doesn't need that target to be achieved.
Now I just need to win this match.
Just win it, brother. Go over. Come on.
I really wish you would beat it because I could have had John Cena with the t-shirt.
I have news. This has been updated. It is not just the t-shirt. You also get a hat, John Cena.
Oh.
Same thing.
Oh,
Game changer.
I need the hat for Brock to kick.
How do we feel about the Darby Allin vignettes? Honestly,
What is the
I have
Darby
no
Allin?
clue.
yeah. I saw him do the church thing, and that was it.
I have no clue about the Darby Allin deal. It's just
Let it play out.
it's like it's cool because it gives him his own style and his own identity. It's just I don't know how to react to it most of the time. It ends and Jim Ross is like, well, anyway, well.
And that's how Jim Ross reacts to everything that's not wrestling related.
Yes, the best Jim Ross is when he'll just be like, he'll literally say after a bad match, let's just move on. Okay, Jim. Okay, let's do that.
I
Someone
can't
will
win
cut
this
like
match
that.
too.
You
I
can do
believe in
anything.
you.
Never give up. What was the
Damn.
Cena one that Kane did? Embrace the hate. Great stuff. Great stuff. Embrace the hate. That'll go over. Because here's the chain wrestling here. Wow.
Look at Kane just watching it happen.
What's he supposed to do? Remember when he chain wrestled Big Show?
This
Try
is
not to.
tragic. This is a tragic truth. Again, another great comment from Bubba right here. I remember the lights out was just a part of Sean Spears' entrance.
Yeah.
To this day, when the lights go out, I think Sean Spears.
Well, that's not good.
That's very bad. Bro,
Yeah.
you would hate rewatching old ECW shows because they're big spots with just like, Sean Spears.
they love the.
Pete Heyman, shit, the old lights out deal, right?
Oh, there's one video that I love to post once in a while. It was WCW, I think it was late 99, and it's something like, oh god, it's Henning has Shaniqua. Remember she was with Harlem Heat, and like he's stretching her and going to chop her. Lights go out, and someone else comes out, and then the lights go out again, and someone else comes out. Then the lights go out a third time, and they just
Is
keep
this
bringing
Russo
people.
time? It sounds like Russo to me. Late 99, that's his time,
Pretty
right?
sure, yeah, and it's like Virgil comes out. It's basically West Texas rednecks start coming out. It's very weird.
Because Russo came in as like they viewed him as like this elite head coach effectively, right? And within 8 weeks they've sent him home. He's one of the all-time falls from grace in wrestling history, in sports history, in entertainment history. There's nothing better than that.
Got us Triple Cage though. That wasn't even him.
There you go. Aaron says they're trying to make him the Sting of AEW. I assume that's about Darby and not Sean Spears.
Oh no,
Could be
Sean
about
Spears is starting to. He's gonna wear the makeup.
He's the chairman, brother.
I'm sorry, a double choke slam from these two?
They did that earlier.
I missed it. Wasn't paying attention.
Sean Spears wanted, or was an accomplice at Cody bringing back chair shots for the boys.
It's weird because that was tremendous. I always think, to me, Darby is Jeff Hardy. But
Yeah.
I know the visual is kind of Sting. But I just always, to me, it's Jeff. I don't know. Yes, and then 8 weeks later they brought him back. That is correct. Because apparently Eric Bischoff, who no one would give a shit, was going to rein him in. Go on. It's incredible if you actually like read the Nitro book. I recommend that to anyone here.
Which I've read the Alvarez book.
I would recommend the Nitro book.
The Nitro book, okay.
Because it's incredible the amount of people who reached out. Akash, this is Joe. He is reading the live chat, and hell is not frozen over. I'm simply watching men play video games. This is my choice.
Does Akash
yes.
have a burner account?
No, he's just Akash Sharma.
Okay.
You're killing the brand, brother. See, he's not over like I am. If he was over like I am, he'd be on the alt, right? But no, he's here, just posting himself, making a fool of himself. Oh.
How are there rope breaks in a no DQ match? I find that
I can't believe this match is still happening, to be honest with you.
because it's 2-on-1, and so I can't win.
Cena, Jeremy, never give up. You know the deal.
I'm not giving up, but it's still very difficult.
Look at this. He's got
Fair.
a 2x4.
And I can't change my target focus to Jericho either. So
I
like
think
right
it's
now, I'd love to just
R1.
target him. No, it's not.
Oh,
Because
well.
I look, it's L2.
Oh,
It's
it's
L2. Yeah, but it doesn't work.
There's someone that's just listening to this that's like, hang on, are those guys playing games?
Yeah, I tell you, it's Jericho in his theater. He's just looking at his phone with us in the background.
Yes. Jobber JJ says, Joe, I watched Halloween Havoc 99. I'm terribly sorry to hear that.
Seriously.
Jobber JJ. I knew Bash of the Beach laid down BS, but what was the Sting Hogan lay down? Right, so
Oh, yeah.
what happened was Russo seemingly like knew that everyone was talking about the politics and was going to write Hogan off. And then he obviously had this idea much later with the Bash of the Beach shit. But yes, they do the same thing. And then Sting loses the belt to Goldberg, but the belt isn't on the line. So then they vacate the belt to do a tournament. It's the shits. It's terrible. Just awful stuff. I appreciate your interaction, Jack. You won't get this on any other channel. To be honest with you, bud, I didn't know you don't get this on every other channel. So it's my pleasure. That's what I'm here for, I guess. I'm not playing the game, so that feels like the least I could do.
Yeah, Joe, as far as I know, on other channels, it's just two people playing video games and not talking at all.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody else says a word. They just sit
Jeremy
there
will vouch
and
for
play.
me in that, like, I legitimately have never watched any of these. I think Jeremy will know I'm telling him 100% true when I tell you that. So I'm just here popping myself. Russo hated Hogan with passion. I think it was mutual, to be honest.
Yeah.
He does a lot of weird shit with the old guys. Like, he does the New Blood, and he has, like, you know, Shane Douglas and the New Blood. Grow up, you know?
Billy Kidman. They got Billy
Oh,
Kidman
poor
over
Billy
in that feud.
Kidman. Oh, God almighty, that was terrible.
The FU New Blood.
Yeah, oh.
Good
That's
times
the
at
one
my
when
son.
Hogan's running wild and he's doing, like, he's actively says in a promo, Bischoff, I'm going to eat your ass. Incredible. No, I think he actually said, I'm going to eat your asshole alive, which is even better in many ways. Layers to it in depth. Halloween Havoc was Russo's first pay-per-view and he pulled that stunt. I couldn't believe I was watching. Yeah, I think that's the case. I'm pretty sure that was it. Because Russo does this deal now where he's like, check the ratings. And it's like, well, yes, because you did insane shit like that. But it doesn't mean it's going to lead to anything, right? I don't know why I'm now just like airing my grievances with Russo, but that's what I've come to.
That's fine.
We
you
were
can
trying to
have
get him
the
on
show.
a TEW stream.
No, we're not. I don't want to do anything with that dick.
All right, then. Guess we're not.
He'll do the deal where he's like, look at the ratings, and it's like, yeah. And under your watch, TNA's highest buy rate was what, 50,000?
If that.
Like, people watched the show because it was dumb shit happening. They never wanted to pay tickets, pay money for tickets or pay for it. Like, it's... I'm actually now actively firing myself up, Vince Russo. Get him on, bring him on now. I'll fight him, let's go.
I just lost.
Jeremy just lost.
If Jericho would have gotten out of the ring at any point in the 20 minutes before that,
Bud Ryan says Joe's just popping the boys in the chat would fit right in on AEW Dark with Excalibur and Taz. That's my vibe. That kind of shit is my bro. I love that stuff. Any content that's like super structured is way less fun than bullshitting content to me. Yeah. That's why it rules that Jeremy and I went away from the time thing so seamlessly. Oh, yeah. We still would do it for a long time, but we would then be like, just keep running as long as we want to go. Because it's just, to me, unless you're listening to an expert, which I believe it or not, we are not experts. I don't want to speak for Joel. Joel may be an expert, I don't know, I'm not. But, okay, hang on. Akash, I'll get to you in a second. But unless you're doing that, to me, you want it to be a conversation, right? That's the deal, so. Hopefully, with things like this, people just sort of come in to pop themselves. That's what I'd do. Akash, my favourite tattoo of The Undertaker is the Sarah tattoo that he had stripped out in agony. It looks like such pain. Visually, it looks terrible, but it looks like pain, too. What's yours, Akash?
Big BSK on his stomach?
I think it's adorable the way he talks about that. Did you see what he said about the Godfather on the Broken Skull Challenge, or whatever it's called? Broken Skull, what is it called?
Sessions.
Thank you. Challenge is a different show again. That's like an obstacle course. Taker should go on that with his hit.
The challenge is what Leah Rush is going to be on.
There you go.
I'm going to be writing many articles about that.
Okay. I don't know if that's you being happy or being sad. I'm not sure.
It's me being happy. I'd much rather... Remember when we did the ratings bit live and it was the challenge finale? Yeah, like, I love that show.
Well, so Taker's talking about the BSK and he's like, there's Godfather. I call him Bear because that's what they call him on the streets. And I legitimately fell out my chair. I couldn't believe how funny it was that the Undertaker just said that. 55-year-old Undertaker with his big leather jacket. That's what they call him on the streets.
Yeah, and then he tells the Rolex story.
Yeah, Steve got hammered on that podcast, right? Steve lost all track of what was going on. But like Steve would just normally Austin can't stop talking, like me on this, but on that show he would send a question to Taker and not talk for minutes. Like he would just sit there and move his hands around. It was an incredible scene.
Very funny.
The thing about the network is, like, people probably watch our show and think we hate WWE and stuff. It's like, dude, I actually need the network to like exist at this point. There's so much shit on there that I can watch. It is an amazing deal. They'll just add random indie shows, and it's like, well, I could watch this or want to. I don't really want to, but sometimes I can. You know, it's good. There's a lot of stuff on there.
Have you watched a single one of those like indie shows?
Oh,
you've watched like the Evolve stuff, haven't you?
I've watched like most of it.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I have a new thing. I think I told you this, Jeremy. I don't know. I have a new like scouting report thing.
Yes.
Every professional wrestler of note is in a column, and my take is next to that column. It's like 100 pages deep. So when I find these guys that they've signed that all have like allegations of misconduct against their name, when they sign them, I'll find them working someone that's good at Evolve or whatever, and then I'll watch that match and go from there. Like I watched, what was brother's name? They've signed him recently. I watched his match with Cassius Ohno in front of like 100 people, and it was like, gives you a good gauge how good someone is, how good they can have a match with Cassius Ohno, right? I think I could have a good match with Cassius Ohno. So it's fun. There's a lot on there to watch. It's just sometimes it's like there's no context to any of that any of them shows, so it's difficult. That's all.
What is happening with what he's doing here? I don't know. I reversed it. See, Jericho got out of the ring quickly on this one, so I feel very confident that I will win.
Yeah.
The last one, he stayed in there. Yeah, he stayed in there for like 30 minutes last time.
Akash says his favourite Undertaker tattoo is the skull. Not sure I can remember seeing a skull on him, but I bet my life he has multiple. Factual.
He has like the skull like ghost on his arm, I believe.
Did you guys think the Paul Bearer thing was actually good or funny? Genuinely, I'm not sure where I am on this.
I kind of thought it was like cringy.
Of course,
like, to be honest,
you
I
definitely
thought
popped when it happened. You laughed when it happened, didn't you, Jeremy?
No, 100% I didn't. Like I thought that whole ceremony was just like, all right.
It was kind of embarrassing.
Yeah. No, I thought the Paul Bearer stuff was just kind of like, oh, all right, it makes sense, but like it didn't do anything for me.
Wait,
I wouldn't put that on Twitter because everybody on Twitter was like going crazy for it, and I would just felt like, oh, I'm a little.
I wasn't sure if it was like a cool. I like that they mentioned him because he gets lost in the story too often, and they've tried to change that over the last couple of weeks. But it just, I don't know, it was odd. The whole thing was odd. TLC 2013 was removed from the network for some reason. I didn't know this I don't
What
know.
was on that show that would get it removed?
No clue. You have to help us with that one. John Cena game at 0809.
You can't
I'm
look
gonna
up
just
TLC
call you.
2013.
I'm gonna just call you Cena moving forward. I'm not doing that. I'm working the chat here, bro. I'm doing stand up.
I'm on it.
Currently watching the Invasion for the first time. Again, Jobber JJ. I'm sorry to hear that. That Raw where ECW joins and the Alliance is born, a complete train wreck. 12 months of story crowned with 45 minutes left on the show.
It's here, by the way.
And
TLC 2013 is here.
John Cena Gamer is just out here lying.
He's been very
Apparently.
accurate. That's fine. Maybe it was taken down and then put back up or some bullshit. I don't know. The Alliance angle. Any hot takes on the Alliance angle?
They did the best they could with it.
Yeah.
It was what it was, right? Like
The Invasion pay-per-view was
sucked.
something.
It sucked.
But like, it was never going to be anything more than that. Because
Right.
he was always going to frame WWF as the babyface. It's dead immediately, you know?
Totally.
Have you ever seen when Jim Cornette booked the Invasion angle, guys? Anyone seen this?
On the shoot gimmick? No.
Yes. Oh my lord. If you have anything left in your mind that thinks he should be a booker, watch that video.
Where is it on
Insane.
Parlor?
He's strong. His main event for WCW WWF WrestleMania was Mick Foley, Steve Austin in 2002. Explain? I don't know. He did like loads of shoot angles about guys breaking the law of wrestling. It's weird, dude. I don't know.
Look at Jericho just walking around with the stairs.
Good. That's fine. If oh my god, he kicked out.
Oh, that's bull.
Vince he turns babyface by the end of it, I think, though, because he gives them like big speeches and shit, right? I don't know.
I don't
Who
remember
cares?
most of it.
Wasn't all this built around bringing back the old Stone Cold?
Yeah, and in fairness, that angle where he comes is
Yeah,
an
that was
all-time
awesome.
angle.
Yes.
It's one of the best angles they've ever.
Doing that
I
was
remember
fine, but
I was
the
on
rest of it just
I was on
lost.
vacation. I was on vacation with my friend, watching that angle, and I was just going crazy. And he's like, "Are you happy the old Stone Cold's back?" I was like, "Yeah, dude, it's fucking rules. Wrestling's back, man."
And then, what was Rock's angle? His equivalent, where like they were trying to win him over. Do you remember that deal?
No.
They were.
I just remember him beating Booker T for the title.
Oh, he murdered Booker T. That was pretty brutal. Poor Booker had no chance in that setting, did he?
No. I was at summer camp throughout the Invasion, and like I just remember coming back and binging everything. And just being like, this is awesome. And I also had the benefit of like
Damn,
not having to
Jesus.
listen to anyone's opinion because it had already passed.
This is the thing. So we were talking earlier about my brother liking AEW, and you said like, what type of fan is he? And I said he loves that Attitude Era bullshit. He's startled when I tell him what the opinion is on the Invasion angle because he'd never watched WCW. So he was like, "Yeah, WWF is the babyfaces. Fuck Booker T, you know?
Jesus.
Fuck DDP." Like, it is, as much as we scoff at it as people that are way, way, way in the bubble, there were definitely an audience that was just like, yes, I agree with everything that's going on. Please beat up DDP some more, Undertaker, you know? I don't know, dude. Like, people were tribal with that shit. They still are. Look at the AEW stuff, you know?
We're in Albuquerque, kids.
Oh my
Christ.
goodness.
Look at that cast of characters.
Hell of a match. Look at that. Taker's going to take like an announce table bump. And then just
All
sit
active
there.
in 2020.
That's right. Well, kind of.
This year.
I'm figuring out a
around
match.
the time-
Was he not active?
True, not anymore.
This
Yeah.
2010 time is like when Taker is like still actually full time, right? Like he still works a lot of matches. I feel around that time. I think it's like the end of it, effectively.
Oh, from Vicky Guerrero. Triple H, your match tonight is a little different. You have to take on MVP Jeff Hardy and The Undertaker in a 3-on-1 handicap match. Crap. If one of them wins, they automatically face you for the title at Royal
Ridiculous.
Rumble.
Dude,
If
you should just
win,
lose it.
You select it. I should. I
You
really
should just
should.
lose it. Like,
Whatever.
Whatever.
SmackDown branded trash can and soda.
Winning tonight would give me a
Huge mental advantage.
Royal Rumble.
all right, cool. Just lose, buddy.
I'm just gonna lay down for them. All
Yeah.
this Russo
He
talk.
don't lay down for anyone, brother.
It better not give you the goal of like you gotta win. Yeah, optional goal. All right, just fucking lose.
We'll
Who
see.
cares who you face at the Rumble?
I don't want to face Undertaker though.
Why? Who
Because I'm
cares about
afraid
the
of him.
Undertaker?
He's gonna
'Cause
make
he's
it
the
rain
phenom.
in the arena.
When is Nate Robinson fighting?
I haven't got a clue, bro. Shall I try and figure out what's going on in the boxing?
Nah, I got it on. I don't know who these guys are though.
He's the co-main, so.
Yeah, I know he's the co-main. I don't know if this is the first fight because it's only a 4-fight card, right? I assume this is probably like the first fight.
Dude, did you see who Badu Jack was supposed to fight? Jeremy, did you see this?
No.
Tito Ortiz was going to fight Badu Jack in a boxing match, bro. What is happening? Badu Jack's like a top 10 guy in boxing.
Isn't Batter Jack's on this card?
Yeah, like they've given him a replacement, but it was originally going to be Tito.
Oh my god.
That would have been like actively, like incredibly dangerous, right?
I'm super sad that's not happening.
He would have destroyed Tito. That would have been insane.
How dare you? Did you see how Tito looked in his last fight with his hands?
True, yeah, true. He lit Chuck up, bro.
I think his last fight was actually Del Rio. Was it Del Rio his last fight?
Probably, yeah.
Remember that was a thing?
I remember when Del Rio was a thing.
Yeah.
I had to erase a lot of that shit from the memory.
Yeah.
That'll give you a big old goose egg. And an Irish whip.
Kane, yes, Kane showing up in his gimmick was very funny. You're correct.
I love that.
It's his demeanour that makes it funny too, because he definitely wasn't into it, but he still did like the glove pull thing he does. You know, he like pulls his glove back, tighten his fist up, brother. It was definitely a rib, I agree. Dude, you know what though? Those guys are so weird that he's probably like, that's the way I'd like to pay respect to the Undertaker. You know, respect the business.
It was.
100%.
Complete idiots, a lot of them. God bless him. The Undertaker's like done 400 interviews, and he's like, fans hate seeing me as Mark. I'm going to dress up and put eyeliner on again. Let me do my funny, silly voice and see if everyone enjoys that more. It's tragic, tragic scenes.
Remember when he came out at Raw 25 and retired?
Oh yeah.
I was
Remember when
at
he came
the-
out every night and retired for a year straight.
I was at the Mania where he did the like Cena comeback deal, and then he just stayed back.
The fateful Mania in New Orleans.
Oh god, don't go there.
We had different Mania in New Orleans experiences.
Yeah, because you was at the probably one
Was
of the
at
best
30.
Manias ever, right?
Yeah, I was at 30. That was certainly like the best Mania. I don't know in what.
Bro, I would argue that's the best Mania, purely on the fact that you have a Bryan opener and closer. It's like it's elite immediately.
I don't think I've really been to like a really good Mania yet.
Which ones have you been to?
I went to 18, I went to 23.
I don't remember either.
Here's the thing.
18 was
wasn't
Rock
bad.
Hogan, but I was too young to really understand how good
Yeah.
it was.
Oh.
Or like
And some
what
of it
was.
wasn't too great on that, right? Like it was pretty mixed bag, I think. But the thing with WrestleMania is it's a spectacle first and a wrestling show second. And I don't think that's an insult.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
23 was just weird.
It's a weird event, man. I don't know. Especially now that it's so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was supposed to go this year, but I didn't want to go to Mania. I just wanted to do all the stuff before Mania and stuff, because like I would not want to sit in that stadium for
Right.
8 hours or whatever.
Yeah, I just, if I was to show someone, and I hope this makes you feel good about what you saw, Jeremy, because I'm going to go sincere here for after 2 hours of streaming and talking shit. If I was to show someone one narrative, and then the reaction to its conclusion to sum up why wrestling's good, it would be Daniel Bryan winning the title. And then watching that moment like just take place. That's peak wrestling in many ways, right? Wouldn't you agree? That's as good as it gets.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
yeah,
culmination.
being there, like the whole experience, even the build up and everything to it. But when that monster video hits,
Yeah.
like it's insane. Just watching that for the first time, and then both matches are just excellent. So
I think it's Triple H's best Mania match. I honestly believe that. I think it's so great.
what else is in contention?
The
Like,
Taker matches, I guess, right? The Cell.
The-
and the-
Here's the thing. I like the Cell match is fine. End of an era and everything. That I actually think I guess it was 18. 18 was good too.
17, I think.
17.
Because 18 he's on top of Jericho, right?
Oh right. Okay.
Yeah.
Then 17 was good. which one is it? The first, second one? That match fucking sucks.
The one after the Shawn matches, right?
Yeah. God awful match. I remember rewatching it a few years ago, and I was just bored out of my mind during it. Just a terrible match.
I don't know. I struggle with a lot of the Triple H stuff. I find a lot of it's like in narrative. Yeah, you're right. Who he says? Benoit, HBK, and Triple H is also there. You're right. Unfortunately, that's just that is what it is. Bud Ryan says, I don't know if this is comparable, but I find my little cousin complaining about NXT call-ups, saying the same things that I said about Booker T, DDP, and Steiner when they came to WWE. Frustrating. That's what I mean. That's
pretty fair.
That's the one thing about what we do. We talk about wrestling so much. It's like you do have to sometimes keep perspective on like who they think they're aiming to. Now, here's the point. You can argue that they do a bad job of aiming to a younger audience because they do a 3-hour show at 8 p.m. That's fine. I'll debate that. That's fair. I agree with everything about that. But there is some things that will just be lost on us, isn't there? There is. Like Drew and Roman for a kid, I'd imagine, was like an absolute ultimate dream match. And that's just lost on me because it isn't for me. It's like it's a cool match for me, but it isn't a blockbuster deal. So you have to keep that stuff in mind. But I get why that's frustrating.
I mean, they're trying to play to many audiences.
That's it.
That's kind of an issue.
I agree. Because you can't really say it's only for kids when they do so much shit that's clearly for like smart fans. Smart being a loose term. No, I agree. It's complicated at this point because I don't think they know what they're trying to do at this point. They just
they don't have the shows written until 10 minutes before. Matches for SmackDown were not announced literally until 15 minutes before the show.
I was watching SmackDown and they announced that they're doing Randy on a Moment of Bliss. They did that 3 weeks ago, didn't they?
Yep.
Yeah, they announced it and then they pulled it.
They pulled it already.
They announced a moment. Maybe it was Drew. No, it was Randy.
No, that was a week or so ago. They did Drew. They did Drew.
Oh yeah, it was Drew. And then he
Randy
showed up on the Miz and Morrison gimmick.
Yeah, and Alexa just wasn't on that week, and Bray wasn't on at all, which was suspicious.
They just change a bunch of shit.
I know, but it's not even worth that stuff's like when that stuff goes on Twitter, you even tweet a word about it and you're gonna just get attacked. Like TV shows rewrite all the time. Okay, fine, chill.
Not like that, they don't.
Also, it's nothing like any other TV show. It's a professional wrestling show that airs every week live.
They are really ganging up on me here.
Dude, just lose.
No way, man. I'm the game. I can't.
Oh, God.
He's playing the game, in fairness, Jeremy. He's literally playing the game.
Sure.
Mania 17 match better than Mania 28 match because 17 has the bouncy castle spot.
It's accurate. I like that.
What happened to writing shows weeks in advance like they did back in the day? Here's the thing, man. Let alone the shows. They, like, once upon a time, they would end one WrestleMania and be like, right, here we go. What's the main event of next year's WrestleMania? You know? Like, that's such a distant thought now. No, you're right, John Cena game at 0809. You're right about the issue, was wrong about something else, I forget what it was. But no, you are right. You're right, Alexa was on that week. I meant to say she was barely on and Bray was off, right?
I can't keep track of when either of them are on. I know Bray worked a match the other week and I was just very stunned.
He's right. I'm just conceding on this, he's correct. Okay. That was the segment where Alexa was like, she had like the flowers or whatever. The shit they were doing.
Is that when she did the tongue?
No, they've forgotten the tongue.
No, that was at the Funhouse.
Yeah, that was.
They've forgotten the tongue.
She did it once, and I don't know what it was supposed to signify or what. Like,
sure it has. I'm sure there's a reason, Jeremy. I'm sure there's a Twitter thread.
I'm sure. I'm sure it means something, but
I'm sure we'll see it at WrestleMania this year.
How much does it pop you that the same fan on the Twitter thread about the Funhouse's meaning couldn't figure out who Eddie Kingston was paying homage to at Full Gear? It's a literal reference, and they're like, nope, don't get it. Missed it completely. No clue.
But let me tell you about the layers of the Funhouse.
Yeah. And like the thing is, if you actually wanted to do the layers of the Masawa gear, you could actually do a legitimately good Twitter thread because there's a whole lot there. But no one did because it's just like, well, he looks like shit. Okay, move on.
Because he's a street guy, Joseph. He's a street guy.
He's a street guy. He should just come out with a gun and shoot Moxley, shouldn't he? Doing wrestling matches.
I'm starting to think I can't win this match.
Yeah, you should have just lost 5 hours ago, like I told you. There, just let MVP beat you. There.
Why does
John
MVP
Cena.
get to beat me?
John
Because you
Cena
said you didn't
gamer.
want the Undertaker to
Oh, he
beat
rolled
you.
you up. Wow, that's incredible. John Cena Gamer has been accurate throughout the stream, but he has he's maxed out here on his potential by saying the tongue was supposed to signify a tongue. Correct. I agree. Look at this celebration from the team.
Wait, I didn't. Oh, it was 3-on-1, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I deserve.
that's why I said just lose.
It
Like,
rules the way Taker was celebrating that victory, doesn't it? That's tremendous.
He was very excited to be teaming with Jeff Hardy and MVP.
Calgary hosts the Rumble.
Here we are, ladies
Probably
and
not.
gentlemen, at the
Never.
Royal Rumble. I'm Jim Ross, a long way from Oklahoma.
Who am I facing? I have no idea who I'm actually facing. You got a big match against MVP because we haven't seen that on the recent episode of Raw.
Well, is this yours? No, this is my room, isn't it?
Okay.
Gotta be honest, guys. This game kind of feels like it sucks to me. Am I wrong?
It's not
Not an
great.
expert.
It's not great.
The mode feels like there's no fun. I thought these modes had like fun story stuff. This just feels like matches for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
pretty
feels
much.
like Raw.
At the start of the lockdown deal, I actually started doing some of the old games, and there was what's the one where there's like a masked man going after everyone, and you have like a list of suspects. That stuff's at
What?
least fun because yes, it's.
Are you
it's
talking
on...
about Among Us?
No. I think it's like years before this one even.
It's a wrestling game.
It's a wrestling game. Sorry, I thought it was inevitable. I don't play real games. Yeah, it was a SmackDown vs. Raw game, and there was like Shawn Michaels has a list of suspects that could be under this hood, and he doesn't ever put together that the man is built exactly like Randy Orton. It's tremendous.
Is Michaels going around talking about Bibles and stuff?
He isn't. But you can pick which one you're gonna interrogate.
Right. Oh, this sounds
There's an
so
actual
much
angle
better.
going on. Yes, there's
Yeah.
an angle. I thought that was what would be going on here, but it's just you guys wrestling long matches.
Yeah.
The Masked Man story was 2009. There you go.
Ah,
year
we
before.
had started playing 2009
Yeah, we did the
co-op mode.
yeah, Batista and Ray co-op mode. See, when I have my own Twitch, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna play the Masked Man angle, and Joseph's gonna provide color for that.
Yes, please.
I will happily do that because after this, I can't do anything. I feel.
Great. See you next
Oh, we
week
have a
for
debate.
TNA.
We have a debate here because Martin is saying it's 08. This is a
Oh.
conflict in the chat. You know what we need right now? John Cena game 08-09. Make the
right.
save, John. It was Chris Jericho trying to find out.
Oh,
I'm
see,
sorry.
it wasn't Shawn Michaels. God, Joe. Get
Oh.
all the details wrong.
Oh, I'm a mess, aren't I? Good God.
Watch it. He reversed it.
Anything that I feel I can make fun of, I just immediately go to Shawn Michaels. It's Shawn Michaels.
We
People
can't
gotta
make
take
fun
the
of
garbage
Chris. He's
out.
our
Shawn
pal.
Michaels. Yeah, he's a friend. I'm never going to talk about Chris again on the podcast. No, I'm never ever talking again. He's a friend. I'm not.
MJF is reviewing podcast apparently.
Oh,
Breaking
that's gonna be
news.
wonderful.
John Cena game at 08-09 has confirmed it is 2009. Martin,
Right.
you've been double teamed here. John Cena has made the save. I'm hoping someone's going to tag in and help you out here. See, Bud Ryan is walking the middle. He's on the fence because he says it rules, but he does not say the year.
Martin has
This
admitted
is
that he was
tremendous.
wrong.
Hang on, this is tremendous. The Masked Man ruled because he'd be masked and do an RKO, throw his arms up, and commentary would say, "Who is this?" Martin has conceded defeat. This is what I love about our chat. See how classy he is? One guy's like, "I was wrong." He says, "I was wrong." It's fine. Well done, John Cena.
That was the AEW team a couple weeks ago where it was. I thought it was very clearly Tully in that attack with FTR. They're
Oh.
like, who is it? Who is this old man who can barely move helping FTR?
If only FTR had an established old friend that could always do this kind of thing.
It was clearly Diamond Dallas Page.
I wish it was. DDP too, like just being a thing with FTR would be hilarious to me. Bud Ryan is doubled down. He comes in, he says, "Game's over, I'm still playing. 09 for sure."
Man,
Martin's like, "Geez, guys, I've said I was wrong. You have to dunk on me like this?"
Yeah.
Lining up.
Talk about rubbing your opponent's face in it.
Damn, belly to belly.
See, Jobber JJ says the last wrestling
It's
game
just
I bought.
JJ. We agreed that he's advanced past.
Sorry,
job
JJ.
status.
JJ says the last wrestling game I bought was in 2008, so I wouldn't know. But that's not true, JJ, because you would know that he is not 2008, therefore proving poor Martin wrong, who has conceded he was wrong many comments ago.
They're already up 30, and they're just still jacking up threes and running
Not
alley
pulling
oops.
the stars, I'm sorry. They're not pulling the stars, they're going
No.
for records. Uh-oh. I think MVP's going to lose this one, believe it or not, guys.
Oh my God,
Oh,
rope
look at-
break.
What's MVP's finish? Like the big
Playmaker.
kick?
Yeah, probably the playmaker in this game. What is it now? I have no idea. Cause
Oh, the playmaker's the one where he like hooks the guy's head with his leg, right? And he does the spinny thing. That is the shit, yes.
So
What are you talking about? It's the best move in wrestling.
I
It's
wish
terrible.
Orton still used it.
Wait, Orton did that move. I need to
Yeah,
find this.
Orton did it when he first started out.
Mine said 4-on-1. I'm sorry, pal. I wish I could have helped you out a little bit. But you've got my respect because you're the guy who asked me about the fight tonight that wasn't the Tyson fight. So, there you go. I don't know if you're on the Twitter, but if you follow me, make sure I know it's you. Because that's the problem is I see people's names, I get very confused. Do you not have
Yeah.
this issue, guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was,
Very tough. Very tough to keep track of the names. That's why I'm only Joe Hulbert now. No 5 needed. Clear
yeah,
brand.
you've pissed off the graphics team. By the
Oh,
way,
God.
this is a big argument with Sean over your rebranding.
Oh my, this sounds bad.
I got in trouble over this.
Really? Jeez.
Did you win?
I did.
Yes.
Yeah, Joseph,
honest-
you can't just be rebranding out of nowhere. Like
It would be a good bit if we just left it as the 5. There you go.
we've got merchandise and stuff out there with all of the brands, and now you're just rebranding out of nowhere.
There's no
Now-
way that's true. That cannot.
Shame.
All right, it's your turn.
What are we doing? All right, shut up.
Oh Christ, no.
Are you in the Rumble? Am I in the Rumble?
It would be weird if we are, considering we're both the champions of our brands.
Yeah.
Then again.
All right, so the Badu Jack fight is on.
Oh, there you
Okay,
go.
cool. So we've got a while still, right?
I mean, yeah, technically Nate Robinson's next, but like I think they're gonna do this fight and then some fucking performance because they've had a
Oh,
performance in the middle of every fight.
Is it Pitbull?
No, it was
Is it
French
Flo Rida?
Montana.
Oh, even better.
It's French
Um,
Montana and Wiz Khalifa so far tonight.
On brand.
Dig
Yeah.
deep.
Black and yellow, black and yellow.
Bud Rowan he agrees. I think MVP did a cool kick thing as he aged. Do you know what's really interesting about professional wrestling, guys? Is that MVP was like, as an independent guy, he was effectively useless would be too far, but he wasn't like a much effect to like the hot indies because they want cool matches, right? He goes back on WWE TV. He's one of their best characters on TV. Like it's incredible where he started the year and where he's going to end it.
Did you
'Cause
guys
he's a
ever
highlight.
listen? Did you guys ever listen to MVP's podcast?
Yes, I
The
did.
one he
yeah.
did with Alex Greenfield?
Was you a fan of it? I
I
liked it.
loved it.
Yeah.
Because
they
the two
would-
of them would just go off.
Yeah, they would happily talk about anything.
Yeah. Greeny's
And he was
still a
all-
fun follow.
Yeah. He's working with MLW again now, right? I know he
Yes.
left for a while.
Yeah, I didn't know that he had left for... Oh, actually, I did know, but I didn't expect him to come back.
I think the story was, and if Alex Greenfield is watching this, please tell me I'm wrong. I'm sorry you're watching this on Saturday night, but I think the story was they felt he was like angling for a job elsewhere. I think. So there you go. That's not a
'Cause there
scoop.
was
That's someone
another-
else's scoop.
Because there was another certain someone who was in the truck angling for another job.
Listen, brother. I don't want to get in politics here, okay? all I know is MLW pay really, really well, and I have nothing bad to say about them whatsoever. That's all I know.
Look,
I would love to have a
That's right,
25-year contract.
you and Phil are getting paid off by MLW, correct? Can you confirm or deny?
Phil
this?
gets paid off by every company according to his timeline. Every
Yes,
day he's
that's
getting dunked
true.
on from something. But the poor guy just tweets about wrestling and gets shit for it. I don't know what's happening.
I wish I want to get to that point in my life.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. mate.
No.
I've had people that were like actively friends with me block me because I didn't like Raw. When you get to that point, you start to really question what's going on in your life.
I have questions for that.
Whoa, why has our numbers just like exploded? What have we done here? Have we done something controversial?
I don't know. Did Sean retweet the stream?
Not that I
Seems
saw.
bad, guys. Guys, let's rein this in, okay? Calm down. I'm glad that I said positive things about MLW. Cool. I love you. 25-year contract. I'm here if you want it. To do what? I don't know. Same thing with most of your contracts. I'm not sure.
Shout out to Alex Greenfield. That's all I can say.
Yes. He's
Maybe that's what got us all these numbers.
That's right.
Alex
I actively
Greenfield
like
promoted
it.
us.
Greenie turned off his the horror movie he was watching, and he decided to tune in our show.
Joel, when did that podcast end? Because, like, it feels like it was a long time ago. Was it?
It was a while ago. It really was a while
Good.
ago.
Okay.
Like I would have to go back and look, but yeah, it was.
Mhm.
It's been several years.
The MVP had some really bad luck with promotions because he got fucked by the Hernandez thing, where Hernandez wasn't out of his contract. Remember that whole mess?
Yeah.
And then he got cut from like Lucha Underground for something he didn't do. I forget what it was. There was something weird that happened with that. So yeah, I don't know. I'm glad for him that he's back doing something because I think he's tremendous.
I agree. I'm looking to see when the last episode was.
Okay, cool. Akash, I do pay you enough to write comments from all these alts. I do.
What was the alt burying us for having no viewers on the Luther?
Oh, it was a proud American account, which roughly translates to homophobe, racist prick.
Oh, okay.
It's the branding of the American flag.
I thought Akash had sent a comment.
He did that after, yeah, and then he was going
Okay.
to. So what happened was,
That's why I asked earlier if he has an alternate account.
this is now literally me talking about something two people understand. This is what's going to. He said, he tweeted it, and I texted him, was like, "That you've added Looper, he's my friend. Please delete now." And he was like, "You've ruined my bit." I was then going to say, "I forgot to switch to my burner account." So that was going to be the joke. You see,
Oh.
but I blew it. Akash is
years
going
ago.
to bed. He's a coward.
2 years ago, by the way.
I don't know if that's as long as I thought or not. Not sure.
Think about it. MLW came back in 2018, so that would make sense.
Because MVP worked with him for a while,
He did. He did the first few pay-per-views.
and something happened there, right? Something happened. I feel that was the end of their like relationship. I'm not sure. Not him and Alex. I know him and Alex are cool.
The MLW relationship. I
Yeah.
don't know what it was. It could have been WWE, but for what I remember, he showed up and then he was done. My understanding was that he was going to go, spend more time with his kid.
I think that was his understanding too. It's just
Yeah.
things changed. Like, it's one of those deals where he's doing something that's really in his lane and he's having fun with it. So it's like, go for it, right? You gotta go. It's not like they're giving him like bullshit that he's not into. It's clearly his act. He's the Beatdown Clan deal, effectively.
Which was phenomenal back in TNA.
Yes.
And he's getting to work
That's
with
my
his boy.
big one. If you said to me, Joe, you could have anything happen in the wrestling world, Samoa Joe as the ace of the Hurt Business, getting the big title would be like, that's probably my peak right now. That would be tremendous to me.
I would just be happy if Samoa Joe wrestled again.
Yeah.
It depends what he's doing. If he goes to NXT and loses to Cameron Grimes, he can go fuck himself.
Cameron Grimes, soon to be WWE 24/7 champion.
Why do people like Cameron Grimes?
What's
He's
his deal?
amazing. How dare you?
He's
What's his
good. He's
deal?
good at his shtick, but he's very much a prelim act, right?
He's
he
fun.
is.
He knows what
I mean,
he
I
knows what he's
don't have
doing.
an issue. I can't say that I've watched enough Cameron Grimes to be like, oh yeah, I love Cameron Grimes or dislike Cameron Grimes. I don't really have much of an opinion on him, but like everyone is just telling me about Cameron Grimes and his hat, and apparently I look like Cameron Grimes, and I'm like,
I wouldn't
is
go
he
that
good? Is this good? Is
He's
this bad?
excellent in ring.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
he's good at making the most of their shtick, but what I will say is the character feels like something that people would hate, and I am also surprised how much they love it.
Yeah, I get that. That's my overall point that I can't articulate for reasons.
Yes.
But
Okay.
yeah, it seems like that people would actively dislike this kind of thing, and they love it with him.
Yeah, I don't know. We're all hypocrites, dude. We're all so full of shit. Those of us talk about wrestling. It's absolutely embarrassing, to be honest. But here we are. I'm doing it now for 2.5 hours talking about Vince Russo.
Thanks for joining us.
So apparently Big Show won the Royal Rumble, but you don't get to see any of it.
I mean, why would you?
I love it. Cena in the empty arena. Peak 2020 Raw.
Oh, do you remember when he did that segment with Bray? Where Bray had like all the puppets and
Yeah,
John
the
actually started
pop-up
trying to
on
act
sides.
in the middle of the centre ring. That was incredible.
British Columbia.
Did everyone like my Mauro Ranallo tweet for tonight's fight?
Yes.
What is a queet?
Sounds like something that I wouldn't want to be a part of.
Yeah.
It's not as good as a fleet, I know that. Fleets are awesome, by the way, guys. Go to my Twitter and look at my fleets. Incredible. We have lost approximately 80 viewers in 3 minutes.
It's because we talked about Cameron Grimes.
It glitched.
Maybe. Bud Ryan says, I loved Cult of Lee in Impact, but Trevor Lee is just a clown in NXT. I
Perfect.
feel that Paul heard his accent and was like, hey, wear this funny hat. You don't just feel that. You know that for a fact.
I don't go there.
I think everyone has a role to play, and as talented as he is in that landscape with that many talents, they probably don't have much of an upside. So you've got to just make the most of what you get, and he does that. So that, you know, it is what it is. As Joel said, 24/7 is going to be probably his deal whenever he gets called up, as though that's still a thing they do, call ups and all that.
Yeah, I mean,
We're teaming and we gotta win.
Ah, Christ, what do we have to do this time?
Hopefully we just fucking win.
Yeah.
Just fucking
Nice.
win.
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
You got a message from Vince too.
Oh my goodness. Look at H's chest, baby. Wow.
So, what say we stick to
Who cares what they're saying? Can we skip this? Can you skip this? Who cares?
I actually can't.
Oh god.
I'll stay out of your way.
All right, Triple H is like, you better not do anything, John Cena, because I gotta get the pinfall here.
I don't need you.
That's the whole
I don't
dialogue.
need you, Cena.
Is that what he's saying?
Yeah.
Oh. He's saying, look, brother, I know you think you're the guy who's the real face of this company, but that's actually me, and I'm main eventing all these manias and drawing the houses.
Is Triple H actually that much taller than John Cena?
Doesn't matter. His nose is on point.
Definitely not.
Triple H definitely had them put like an extra 4 inches of height on him.
And John's like, fuck your sledgehammer.
JBL and Shelton Benjamin.
That's a team.
And if
Oh,
one
dear.
of us loses, whoever loses the match, the champion is crowned.
No, I hope you lose.
Whoever gets.
I'm not sure I trust the WWF creative team with such a presentation, to be honest, but here we are. Do you know my favourite JBL angle of all time? When Shawn Michaels had no money, even though he was a full-time WWF superstar. He'd been the world champion many times. He was still on Raw, and they were like, no money, can't do anything, gonna have to just work for JBL.
I love when they bury how much they pay talent.
Yeah,
So,
it does
like,
roll.
can't afford that. Like, you know, I can't afford to do this. 'Cause
It's
even though-
amazing though, because when other promotions do it, it's like ironically good. So when Impact, the cameo thing, I was like, oh, that's so just self-aware. They bought cameos. They have no cameos to actually get. They just buy them. Amazing.
I'm a big fan. Look at the people in the stands. There are like random people sitting on other people.
Yeah, true.
Very
Red hot
strange.
territory. Hanging from
Why-
the rafters, brother.
Yeah.
Down 80 viewers in 5 minutes. I'm gonna keep rolling at my current pace.
Apparently.
Hmm?
I guess it's Cameron Grimes' fault. Is that what we've decided?
Yeah, I
guess.
think so.
Okay.
I think I fantasy booked a Samoa Joe title, and everyone was like, "Oh God, he's a guy again. Here we go."
One of
Talking about the
those.
fat guys that cut good promos again. Here he
all
goes.
right, all time starting in 2005. Who are you taking?
Well, like big ball style, build a
Yeah,
promotion.
yeah.
Oh, Joe.
Really? Like all
Joe's my
time.
guy.
I know he is. Like I know he is. I didn't know it would be like, yeah, I can pick any wrestler from 2005 on, and I would take some.
I mean, Cena obviously is the actual correct answer, right?
Go beat up JBL on the outside, Joel. I'll win this match.
That's the correct answer, right, Jeremy? Cena.
Yeah.
Objectively.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah. The thing about Joe is he's such an anomaly because he can be like a cool
Oh
top
my god,
baby
I had
face.
him.
That was disgraceful. That was wretched.
All right, you were saying about Joe?
What was I saying? Oh yeah, he's unique because he can be like the cool top baby face, but he can also be a really evil top heel. He can promo, he can have great matches. He's big enough to go with anyone. He's quick enough to go with anyone. Like that dude's an anomaly, man.
It's a shame it took him so long to get to WWE, and then a bigger shame that like he just hasn't been able to stay healthy.
The thing is like I think he got there when they were going to use him. If that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
But The real bummer is that for like the second half of his TNA run, he just did nothing. They didn't let him do anything cool at all. So ideally, he leaves TNA and does other cool shit in those years, because then his resume would be way better than what it is. Which is
he goes on like a
effectively
Japan run or something.
yeah, like
Almost like AJ.
Exactly, yeah, because his TNA run is legit like 2-3 years of good work and then just a whole lot of nothing, which is a shame. There you go. Big win over the famed team of Shelton and JBL.
That's right.
I think this 2005 pitch that you made here, Jeremy. It's interesting, I know. Oh, wow.
I can't skip this, apparently.
Wow. Feel like
Someone's got to
gonna
hit
make
the
an
other
attempt.
person with the title.
Dude, they had to amputate Jimmy Rave's left arm above the elbow.
Oh,
Oh, man.
This is on Twitter.
That sucks.
that's, yeah.
Sorry to bring the mood down,
Yeah,
guys.
that's fine. Meanwhile, JJ says, remember
Super
one year
kick.
Joe in the Bound for Glory series had like minus 20 points? Yeah. That was version 8 of them being like, we're going to make Joe a killer again. Joe, can you wear them old trunks you used to wear? That'll be the difference maker. Bud Ryan says, I'd take 05 Joe and tell him no sentons onto concrete stairs. There you go. That's it. Nailed it. That's all you have to do.
Best Big Show's ever looked.
I feel like I might take Styles.
Yeah, I get that. Because Styles is going to give you 15 years of elite in ring. Like, you can't argue with that, right?
What about
Yeah.
Daniels?
And he was just great. But there's a difference, like physical presence wise, there's something that just was always
Yeah.
not quite there. Because some guys can talk, but there's just like a charisma that isn't quite top level, right? Like, Daniels could have done a lot more than he did, don't get me wrong. I just think there's an ingredient missing, I feel.
Where's Brian ranking? Like, he's up there, right?
Yeah, he has to.
He definitely goes top 5, like maybe even top 3.
Yeah,
Oh, Christ.
I don't know.
Don't look at the chat. Don't look at the chat. Just ignore it. Just don't pay attention to it. Draw no attention. Ignore it.
Oh. Because you already have like 50,000 followers, so I'm pretty sure everyone who follows me already follows you. I'm trying to get over the new talent, Sean Ross Sapp.
He is
You
Chris
know.
Daniels in many ways. He's Jeremy Lambert. He is Christopher Daniels.
I guess that's a compliment. I don't know.
100%. You're the fallen angel, brother.
All right.
I guess that makes me Kazarian. Again, not sure if that's a compliment either. But there we go.
I will say this. Eventually, Sean's going to have to join us in one of these.
I just gave him an answer. Watch the product. He's the person who has this show on mute and is just watching us play video games.
This is your locker room again, Cena.
Oh.
If we imagine that those people exist, are they still here, do you think, after 2.5 hours?
Sean's just bragging about his followers. Oh, I got a match against Randall. All right, cool.
No, he hears voices in his head.
Yeah, Joe was supposed to interview Randy Orton yesterday.
I was, yeah. Well, I talk to him every day. It's just sometimes we don't record it, you know?
Right.
Running log for the 30 for 30 documentary. Do you guys think it's a bold title to just call it the greatest wrestler of all time? Do you think that's too far? Is that too much, think?
I don't think so. I mean,
Good.
You know, why not?
I wonder if I can get Edge to cry and he's like sit down talking head interview about Randy Orton being a good wrestler.
Where are you putting Randy on your draft board from 2005 on?
The problem with Randy is there's a lot of years where he's like an enemy of himself. As a talent, he's near the top, right? He has to
I've
be.
never heard these stories that Randy was a dickhead when he first started.
Do you remember when
Early
20
years.
minutes ago I was like, everyone that covers wrestling is a hypocritical piece of shit? That's me talking about how I don't like Shawn Michaels while being a Randy Orton guy. Literally peak version. So there you go. Yeah, I don't know. Orton's great, but he has there's a lot of issues that crop up along the way. There's like a cap a lot of times in his matches as well, which is frustrating.
What's the next Randy Orton match we're just going to talk ourselves into?
Well, I talk myself into everyone, but I'm not doing it. There's no way I'm doing the Fiend.
Oh, this Orton and Bray Wyatt feud? Yeah, we're going to be
No, I
like,
won't.
we'll figure it out.
Jeremy,
No?
I swear to God, if I say on the show I say on the show, I've just seen the comment, I'll get to it. If I say on the show that I'm excited for Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton, just get me off the chat immediately.
Okay.
Delete me from the stream.
I will.
Here we go. This is the best comment I've ever had. And I know that's aware, but there you go. Hulbert is the Randy of Fightful. Lots of talent, but shits in luggage. I will willingly accept those final 4 words for the sake of Hulbert is the Randy of Fightful. Who is my Ric Flair that cries when he talks about how good I am at this shit? Who is that? Tell me.
And me, right? Is it not?
Well, you just made yourself Ric Flair, bro.
Yeah, I'm Triple H or Ric Flair, one of the two.
You're Batista, Jeremy.
Oh, okay. I will 100% take being Batista. Wilkins? Wilkins can be Flair.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah, we'll put Rob Wilkins over huge with the Flair gimmick.
He'd kill it too.
Oh dear. Randy Orton versus Funhouse Bray will probably happen at TLC. Is that a threat, John Cena Game Row?
Yeah, sounds like a
you
threat.
threatening me with that shit?
If there's one thing we don't need is another Funhouse Bray match at a TLC event.
Yeah. Oh man, poor Miz. Yeah, that was tough. Yeah.
I mean, Sean is objectively Flair, right?
But like, it feels like it needs to be a veteran though. I feel like Sean's still running. He's in his prime alongside us.
We're all in our prime. We don't have any veterans at Fightful.
I need like Wade Keller or someone to be like that Hulbert.
Oh, okay. We're going outside the team here.
Yeah, because our team's all guys in their prime. We're like with the balls, right?
Okay.
We're better than the balls. Fuck the balls.
Yeah.
There you go. Bigger than Jesus.
Bud Ryan says, does that make Joel Jindrak?
No, we just established. Oh, Joel. Yeah, Joel. He's not even part of this.
I'm not. Yeah.
Poor Jindrak came in and did an
nothing.
interview for that Ruthless Aggression deal. He did like this really nice interview where he was humble. And Triple H was like, that guy fucking sucked. I hate him. What a loser.
That's why I'm talking Chopomania too. He played Triple H. Did you not see this, Joseph? I know, like, the talking shop stuff isn't up your alley, but did you not see this Evolution bit?
I did not. No. It sounds funny.
It's wonderful.
Jindrak was Triple H. Who was Batista?
I don't know. You tell me, bro.
I don't remember who Batista was. Somebody else.
But
Yeah, I forget who it was.
Yeah, the like Ric Flair guy who's been doing this gimmick on the Indies forever was Ric Flair, and they had Randy Orton's like legit brother playing Randy Orton.
I saw these, bro.
Yeah. And like Jindrak wanders off into the woods and like confronts himself as Triple H and stuff. It's a tremendous bit.
I mean, the whole thing though is a working bit in itself because it's Triple H having an issue with a young guy acting like a dick. Like, come on, bro. You that lacking self-awareness? Jesus.
Jesus Christ, Jobber JJ calling me Mike Knox?
Jeremy hates Mike Knox too. He hates it. We
Oh,
play
so I guess it's
BPW
apt.
and I'll be like, this book, Mike Knox. I'm like, fuck Mike Knox. Jeremy is wrong side of town, Batista. Fightful account. I'm not saying anyone's behind that in particular. I'm just saying.
That means the star and the show
Jeremy
stealer
Press
of the
X.
movie.
Jeremy
Yeah.
press X, for the love of God.
Oh, then no, I can't do anything.
No, you had to press X just to clear him out and move the story.
Oh,
forward.
okay. I wasn't paying attention clearly.
I can't believe that I have the honor of being Randy Orton. I literally just have to shit in luggage, and I've done it.
Oh my
My
God, it's
dreams
a Tommy
finally.
Dreamer appearance.
And Mike Knox was playing Batista. in that
Oh,
bit.
right, there you go.
Maybe that's why I hate him. It's like this guy had the audacity to think he was Batista.
Gallows and Knox have the aces and eights history, right? How could we forget, Jeremy? Good lord.
I
Great
don't
stuff.
remember anything about Aces and Eights. I was not really watching TNA that whole period.
They had lyrics on their theme for like a week, and they was like, that sucked. Just never do that again. One of my favourite aces and eights. The aces and eights stuff is like, it's one of those deals where the angle's good if you have an awesome payoff in mind. And then it's Devon and Bubba, and it's like, oh, well, maybe not.
That's not a good payoff for you, the Dudleys.
No, maybe I'm picky, you know. Maybe the busted open radio super fans were all in on that angle. Like, fuck yeah, finally, Bubba gets his shot.
Devon's got his own little podcast. Everyone loves Devon.
Your review of that podcast was incredible to me. You actually insulted you to watch that podcast.
I watch it every week.
Really? Oh, you messaged me
They
that
get-
one time when like him and Alexa talked about stalkers and shit. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
it was
jeez.
really bad. But I watch it like they get good guests. Like Bailey was just on, and they get really good guests, and everyone just puts over Devon. But that stalker stuff was terrible.
What was it again? Barry
They
Windham.
just like dismissed it. They're like, ah ha ha, like it's really cute, you know?
Oh,
like,
hold
what are we
on.
doing?
They're back again, guys.
Oh god, these.
Yes, I agree, Sean.
What?
Mason H was cool until they started to reveal who it was. That's exactly what it was. The idea was
Yeah,
actually
great, great. Sean just said exactly what Joseph said. Cool.
Huh? Yeah, but look, he's top star. I have to let him do that. So I do a cool spot in the opener. I'm gonna let him take it. You know what I mean? If he comes up and asks me, it's gone. It's fine.
This is the problem, Joseph. No,
Huh?
like go out and claim your spot here. You're
Right.
Orton. You
I love
can't-
this business, Jeremy Lambert. You know that. I respect the guys that drill the house, okay? If me and you started a podcast on just like the Joe Hulbert YouTube, we would do legitimately 12 views, okay? Respect the people that bring them in, and we'll give them good mid-card matches underneath. Until, Jeremy, it's our time, aka it's your time to leave a stream on and expose Sean.
You can't be too nice to Sean. He'll just his ego will get even bigger, and
Try to get a push, brother. Jeez.
you have a push. How do you
I want
have
more.
a push?
I want more
I mean,
with
that's
the top
fair.
player. I want the title.
I can understand that, but like you've got a good push going on here.
You're right. I'm getting over. I'm coming up. The
You're
card.
Randy Orton, for Christ's sake.
This is fair. Whoever I beat for the title hopefully has a better fate than poor Chris. Anyway, moving on. Doesn't work. This might have to take a turn. This doesn't seem like I'm getting the push I want here, pals.
See, you've gotta. That's what I'm saying. You've gotta go against the authority a little bit.
Taz's reveal was the wedding reveal, right, JJ? I think. I don't know. Who cares?
I've got to beat Edge in under 3
Now
minutes.
it's optional. Who cares?
I'm
Don't
gonna do
try.
it. I'm gonna do it.
Okay. Well, good luck. You'll get that Triple H custom sledgehammer.
Jeremy, how long do we have until Nate Robinson fights YouTube?
The Battle Jacks fights in the 7th round out of 8, so probably another good like 45 minutes. Legit.
Jesus Christ.
It's so odd to me that this event's taking place with no fans. It feels like it should be like a spectacle. Deal.
I told you I thought there was gonna be fans at this show, right? Is that who I was talking to you about it?
Oh,
And
is
I
there
just
fans?
figured- Do what?
Is there fans then? You did say that to me. Yeah.
No, yeah, I thought that it was just, why wouldn't they do fans? Like, yeah, I'm with you that it's very weird that there is no fans. I thought this was just a stupid enough event where they would just do fans.
Yes, that would fit the bill for that. I would agree. It was the wedding. Thank you, JJ.
Oh my God, are we gonna join Sean on this Tyson Jones
Oh, but
watch along?
I'm sitting here on watch so I can get my brother to watch this fight at 4 in the morning. 5 in the morning it'll be. I'm gonna have to do that part of my night, unfortunately. I would like to, but I mean, we all know it's gonna be pretty tragic. I feel
You
bad.
wanna? Here's the thing. You want a big push, and then he's giving you the opportunity to step into the main event, and
Yeah.
you're like, I don't know if I can do this now.
I'm my own worst enemy. I'm like James Storm, right? It's tough out there. It's prediction. Anyone in the chat? We have 115 people. Incredible.
Look at us.
Predictions for Jones Tyson in the chat. Anyone? Anyone got a
Well, Tyson's
think
obviously going to
Tyson.
show up totally blitzed.
I hope so.
Martin says they're playing 1,000 fans for Joshua Pulev. I've seen some stuff about fans. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with that. Martin, what we got on that? We got Joshua, right? Pulev is very solid, but at that level, really, you'd think Joshua will come through. I'm doing boxing talk now, guys. Sorry, the viewer's going to go down. Jones Tyson. Any takes? Any prediction? Anyone got
Yeah, I
any?
think Tyson's gonna win. Tyson
Oh
wins.
no, sorry guys. I wasn't saying you didn't give me a prediction. I'm talking in the chat, you know, as I do here, as the sort of broadcast journalist of this show.
I was gonna go further and give you a knockout prediction.
Oh, please do.
And a third round night
Please do.
knockout from Mike Tyson.
Oh my God, this road break garbage.
Joel, do you have a take?
On tonight's fight,
Mm-hmm.
let's go Tyson in the 4th. I have no freaking clue.
I am very, very scared in many ways. And when I say scared, I mean very excited to laugh. Because if Mike does hit Roy at this point in his career, it does feel, you know, It was like it's not going to last very long. But if Roy gets through 90 seconds, oh brother, it's on. It's on then.
Jake Paul is the favorite over Nate Robinson.
He's fought before, right? He fought the little British guy. What's the little British guy's name?
I thought that was Logan Paul. Logan Paul fought the one British dude.
No, yeah, but he
fought like his brother on the other undercard.
I don't know. Whoever's fighting tonight won his fight, because I was on BoxRec and I saw that this is an actual professional fight, and I exploded in laughter.
Oh, I mean, Nate Robinson's like still kind of an athlete, isn't he?
Yeah, but like, it's just hilarious to me that Mike's having an exhibition on the same card that Paul brother is fighting a pro fight. You know, it's just weird, isn't it? It's just odd.
Yeah.
No, because KSI fought Logan.
Yeah, KSI fought Logan. But Jake fought KSI's brother on the undercard. Did Jake fight again, like, after that?
Gibbo. Thank you, Martin. Appreciate that. Yes, little British guy, like 4 foot tall. Bless him.
Oh, I don't know.
Didn't him well. Pretty ugly stuff.
I think he's KSI's brother.
Good.
Oh,
He also-
Deji is KSI's brother. Okay.
So is he 2-0? This is a mess.
I guess so. I guess he's
I'm
2-0.
We sound so old right now, dude.
I mean, Nate Robinson is dunk contest champion, so.
In terms of athleticism, there should be such a huge gulf here, right? There should be, shouldn't there?
And I mean, unless Nate is just like completely let himself go from his playing days.
That would rule, to be fair.
Yeah.
Just came in with a gut for you.
Very possible. Sean, if you're still in the chat, are you doing the live stream for Paul and Robinson, or is it just Tyson and Jones? And if you're not in the chat, someone tweet him that question.
Yes, these fights do make boxing a laughing stock, but don't fear, because boxing tries to be a laughing stock with real fights.
Wait, isn't boxing already kind of...
Dude, last night on the DAZN, when Todd Grisham did wrestling commentary for a boxing match, they announced the winner, and for some reason they decided they were going to announce it as like, you know, from Philadelphia, and then say the name. They announced the wrong city, so the wrong fighter thought he'd won the fight for about 15 seconds. I've never seen such just complete and utter bullshit. It was incredible. Can the judges hold up Nate's score on cards like the dunk contest?
Yeah.
Be a better system than the one they have, to be honest with you.
What do you think of open round scoring, Joseph?
I don't like it because I think it sways guys' game plan. And that, in some ways, obviously is good because a guy that knows he's losing fight and has to change that. But sometimes it can throw off a whole fight's pattern and rhythm, if that makes sense, you know? It's just, it can be, effectively what I'm saying is if a guy's in there trying to be patient and he wants to, like, you know, turn it up late and he finds out he's 6 rounds down, it can really change the rhythm of the fight. But a lot of people like it. It's all flawed at this point. We've seen enough different ideas that it's just, people score shit weirdly, you know?
Yes. Sean, link me to the Tyson Jones fight. I might be able to just invade it, and I'll join you for the watch along.
I love the way that Sean's like, he's gonna do Tyson Jones and he'll laugh about Robinson. Like, as though he's not gonna laugh at Tyson.
We're gonna be laughing the whole time, like.
Yeah, poor Roy can't move. Bless him. His knees are shot. Shame. Roy, you realise that if Roy Jones retired when he won like the heavyweight title, he would legit have like a goat case, and instead he just hung around and got knocked out by like no hopers. It's pretty brutal, man.
Isn't like that's the case for just so many people,
right?
In boxing,
but like
and or combat sports.
There's guys that get old, and then there's guys that become like an actual tragedy. Roy was brutal to watch because he would get flattened by guys. Like it was vicious.
Who's the equivalent of that in MMA? Vanderlei? Or Anderson, right?
Yeah, Anderson, yeah.
Yeah.
But Anderson still, there was an element of grace to most of his fights. The Uriah Hall one sucked. Like, Roy Jones has no equivalent to Anderson's Adesanya fight, where it's like a cool little pass on the torch deal. He would just get starched by guys. It was
like, Anderson should have just gone out on that fight.
Yes, 100%. That was the perfect send-off for him.
Yeah, just like, all right, Adesanya he's the guy now. We had a good fight, good competitive little fight, and no one got killed. So that's it. Instead, honestly, he hung around to get knocked out by Uriah Hall.
As different as they are in terms of style, Chuck is probably a good comparison for Roy because he ended up just getting knocked out by shots. Like, wow, that put him down. I remember when Rich Franklin
shit
caught him. Oh my goodness,
dude, that Rich Franklin fight.
Guitar.
I feel that would have fucked you up pretty bad, Jeremy.
Dude, the Rich Franklin fight, I was just devastated on that because he was looking so good in that fight.
He was, yeah.
And he broke his arm. He broke his arm with a kick, and I was like, oh, dude, and Rich Franklin was like tailor made for Chuck too. Just a striker, didn't have much of a chin, and like his power was whatever, but always left himself open for counters. And yeah, when he got caught with that punch, I was just like, okay. I was at the Rashad and Chuck fight.
Which was traumatic.
Yes, that one was very rough.
Yes.
I wanted him to retire.
Go ahead.
Do what?
John Cena Gamer 809 just said that you guys skipped a cutscene in which Miz and Morrison destroyed the championship. I thought that was worth mentioning. Carry on, Jericho.
Oh, darn.
That's Joel's fault.
What?
Yeah, I wanted him to retire after the Rashad fight. I was like, you should just probably be done, dude.
It's weird though. His whole career trajectory changes after the Rampage rematch because when they booked that fight, the idea was they were giving Chuck a chance to redeem his loss.
Yes.
Because people thought Rampage was done at that time because he had that.
Because he didn't look good against Eastman.
Eastman, yes.
Yeah.
And like, that was just purely what that fight was booked for. Rampage stops him in like 90 seconds, and that's just the end of Chuck as a top fighter. Like, it changes that quickly, right?
That was one of their biggest buy rates too, because Chuck was just like such a draw at that point, and they'd really done. That was when they first like broke onto ESPN and stuff with this fight, and yeah, everyone, and it was clearly built as like, all right, well, Chuck's gonna be an even bigger star coming off of this fight, because obviously Dana thought Chuck was gonna win. And yeah, it was, dude, the Jardine fight was very sad.
And they were just trying to set up the Vonderlei fight there.
Yeah,
right?
they were just trying to give him a win to go into the Vanderlei fight, which they did anyway. And like Chuck and Vanderlei is still probably my favorite fight of all time. Just
it rolled,
thing that's behind it, and it was just a great fight.
There you go. JL's got me covered here. Rosado was mad last night after that botch by the announcer. Yeah, because he said it from Philadelphia, Brooklyn, New York. Rosado was like giving Freddie Roach a kiss, and he found he'd lost. Yeah, Rampage was kind of a stylistic nightmare for Chuck. Really, right?
Look, if he followed the game plan in that first fight,
low kicks, brother. The thing is, like, I talked to my friend who's like a newer MMA fan about Rampage, and like he thinks he's like a meme. And he's like, I get why you think that, but I promise at one time Rampage was an animal. Like, he was incredible one time.
He was. I mean, he was just starching everybody.
Yeah. Bud Ryan says, I still can't believe that Rashad KO legit scarred me. First UFC pay-per-view I bought because I grew up watching Chuck. That was wild, man. That was just insane.
Was there. And it was
that's terrible.
God. Just the worst. And Rashad was another guy, because Rashad was coming off like the Bisbing fight at that point. And he was another who just like never looked impressive, just like tailor-made for Chuck. Just like, all right, a wrestler, he's not going to take him down. He doesn't really have hands. So people thought at the time, and Chuck would just easily go in there and knock him out, get his title shot, because they were trying to set up the Chuck and Forrest fight, and did not happen.
It was a weird time. Because light heavyweight was like the glamour division, and that was where like the money was almost.
Oh,
It was a strange time.
Yeah, light heavyweight ruled.
Yeah. See, Sean says, and I agree with this, especially in hindsight, there was no way the gap had been closed between a much greener Rampage and a more refined one in 07. And a Liddell who had turned it a jab overhand. I agree 100%, but I just think at the time we didn't appreciate, like, Rampage's boxing had come way far. We didn't get that, I feel. Because he had a few weird, like the Shogun fight was so strange, where Rampage appeared like he just didn't want to be there, right? And he just got the shit kicked out of it. It was like, wow, is Rampage done? And then he went on to fight for like 15 years and got fat, which is sad. Rampage, main event Mafia member, factual. Rampage could have been fun at wrestling if he wanted to be, but I don't think he'd really give a shit.
Yeah, I don't think he cared at all. King Mo is now trying to do that.
Sorry, I just... He's one of those guys that everyone goes, what a great wrestling per character it'd be. And it's like, well, maybe not. Maybe just wears a crown. Maybe, you know? Maybe he's not actually a great wrestling star in making.
King Mo, everyone thought he was going to be a great MMA star, too, because of, like, just the entrance and the charisma and whatnot. And, like, he just kind of turned out to be a boring fighter, and then he had a bunch of knee issues and health issues.
Yeah, he had a lot of
fucked
health
him up
issues,
too.
right?
Yeah.
Because I remember when he first started fighting in Japan, they were saying like he was like the new Rampage style guy because he used to do cool slams and he had the personality, and it's just he won the title from Musashi, right?
Right.
And then Feijiao just like beat him, and it was like, whoa, that was kind of the end of the hype. And then after that, he just sort of floated around. Strange.
Yeah, like the Feijiao fight just completely turned him into a different. Because I was at the Musashi fight, because that was that Nashville card, I think, which had the 3 title fights, and they all went to a decision, and it was just a miserable. But that was the Diaz brother night. Did these things happen?
These things happen in MMA.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great shit.
Yeah, that saved everything, because it was really like that card sucked. Like Musashi and Rampage or Mo wasn't great. Melendez and Aoki was what it was, and then like Shields and Henderson. Like Henderson gassed after like that first right hand, and then Shields just laid on him the rest of the time.
Bro, I was convinced that Henderson was gonna like absolutely destroy Jake Shields. I was convinced of it, and I was way wrong. Clearly.
We had to beat up people.
Oh shit, we're playing.
Apparently.
Jeremy, have you seen this in the chat? You were both there. You and Sean.
Sean and I swear, I think I've asked him this before, and he's probably answered me before, but I can't remember it because my memory sucks and whatever. Strike Force where Kimbo lost to Petrozelli. I feel like Sean was there as well. But yes, I knew we were at one of the MMA events together, and yeah, it's Nashville. But I also think it's the Miami show, or whatever, wherever they had branded it.
Based on the chat, there's a concert taking place at the Tyson.
Yeah, there is. I have no idea who this guy is. What's the gimmick of this?
I think
Joel,
we have to get everyone out of the ring.
Okay, so it's
I
an
think.
elimination. Okay, that's fine.
Or maybe
I
just
can't.
clear them out.
Good night, Tim. I hope you had a good evening, pal.
Good
I
night,
hope we
buddy.
entertained you for a couple of hours here.
Yeah, it's not just get him. It's not toss him out, because. Okay, Nashville was the only one Sean was in. Oh, he retracted the message. I saw
But
it.
it wasn't Strikeforce though, right? Wasn't that Elite?
No, Strikeforce was Nashville. Elite was Miami.
Right, the Kimbo one was
Yeah,
Elite, right?
yeah. But Strikeforce was in Nashville. That was
Kimbo
Strikeforce.
never fought in Strikeforce, right?
I don't.
I feel like Coca wanted him, and then he done before I deal.
Yeah. Columbus. Oh, you were at Rousey Tate, Columbus. I was at Feijiao and Joe. Look up who Feijiao. Feijiao fought somebody for the title in the main event of the Columbus event, or it was somewhere in Ohio. I think it was Columbus.
Wasn't it Henderson?
Was that the Henderson fight in
I
Columbus?
don't think he defended it. I think he just dropped it to Henderson.
No,
Dropped
because
it like it was a wrestling finish.
no, because I think maybe Feijiao did lose. I don't remember. Maybe it was Henderson.
He won the title. Yeah, Columbus, Ohio was the Henderson fight.
Okay, so I was at that one as well.
Okay, good.
That's when I met Anderson Silva, and he told me I was the man. But I'm pretty sure he just said that to like everybody.
You're not supposed to be taking me out.
Well, look, you were
Honestly,
attacking me.
JJ, honestly, I'm not even like drinking anything. I'm just sitting here. Just sitting
No,
here.
I'm the
watching
only
NXT
one
SmackDown version.
who doesn't have a clear, sober mind right now.
Attaboy.
I thought Joseph was going to be joining me on that, but no, he's a coward.
Listen, if there's one thing I don't have after watching 3 hours of this, is a clear mind. I promise you. It's about 2005 MMA.
You're welcome.
What are you drinking, JJ? Tell me. I'm drinking nothing. I'm just sitting here talking about watching Jack Swagger get worked over by John Cena.
Yeah, Feijiao lost to Henderson in Columbus. Yeah, I was at that one, and I was at Fedor and Rogers, and Fedor and Silva.
Bro, Fedor and Rogers give me some nightmares, bro. I almost watching Rogers nearly win that fight at the gym. It like changed my life. I was like, oh my god, this is not gonna end well.
It was insane. Like after I guess the first round, when people were like, Rogers won that round. Like he got that. And I think they only landed like one punch each, but Rogers seemed to just rock Fedor a little bit more.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, it was. But the knockout was awesome, though.
Yeah, the knockout was great. Yeah, and I was at Fedor and Silva, and I remember Alistair Overeem was like super fucking salty after that fight, which I don't blame him. But I was trying to interview him. I was trying to interview Alistair, and he's like, "No, I'm not doing interviews tonight." I was like, "All right, dude, I get it."
JL says he misses Misha Tate. You know what's interesting about Misha Tate? Because she did the ONE FC deal, she's like erased from like UFC, like dialogue. They just don't talk about her. Inevitably, that will just remove her from like the history books. That's all people watch now is the UFC shit, right? It's weird. What we got here? Red Bull 2 hours ago. Risky move, JJ. Hope you stay safe, pal. Joey's drinking in the adulation of the chats. They're like 100% true. What's the last sports game you've gone to, excluding wrestling? Jeremy, you're a 2K guy, right? You play all the sports games, though, right?
Yeah, but is he talking about? Oh, you've gone to. I thought he was,
Oh,
like,
gone to. My bad. My
like
bad.
a sporting event. Yeah.
Oh, bro, it's been so long since we were able to do that. I forgot that was a thing. I'm really sorry. I apologize.
I went to the Hurricanes Avalanche game a couple weeks after. I didn't go to the Avalanche.
hmm Yeah, it's been. I don't know, man. It's weird. The amount of stuff that I intended to go to that's just been halted sucks.
How have you not eliminated him yet? What are you doing?
It's not an elimination, you say.
Oh, well, how have you just not run him off yet?
Yeah, I think he's like the one that you can't run off so quickly.
No, well, hurry up. Why are you hitting me?
I
hit
don't
me.
know. I didn't.
Is this Mario Lopez on this?
There are more
card?
people now.
Are there more people coming?
I don't
Is
know.
the
It's just.
is the fight nearing its start, Jeremy?
Jake Paul and Nate Robinson. They're doing the tail of the tape thing. They're not in the ring or anything. Weed Maps is a sponsor of this.
Oh my.
I had to get that
Yeah,
while
there
I was in Colorado, and like they still email me, and I'm like, it's not legal in North Carolina. This does not help me at all.
JJ, you went to NFL at Wembley. I went to NFL at the Tottenham Stadium. That's probably mine. That was amazing. Incredible.
Don't those games suck in England?
I don't know what's a good or bad game, bro. I don't know. What's going on.
Like
Just the
they send
atmosphere's
like the
cool, right?
shitty teams over to.
The Tottenham Stadium is like, it's insane as far as the sound in there. So the energy was great. That's all I know. I don't watch the game, brother. I'm just looking around, popping myself.
All right, we
I
got
went
to
to the
that.
last Devils game. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would go to hockey games all the time, and so yeah, hockey game was the last thing that I went to because the arena is only like 20 minutes away from where I live. Everything else is a bit more of a drive.
You're also lucky that you live in a market that doesn't have like $150 tickets starting.
Yeah. I know people, I mean, in Toronto who would just like rather drive down to Buffalo to go to games than
Absolutely.
actually try to get Maple Leafs tickets, which is crazy to me, but
It's
I
impossible.
don't know. Yeah.
Yeah,
With the Jaguars, I don't know. The thing is like you could tell me, oh, the bad teams playing. It's like I don't know what the good teams are. You know, I have no clue.
This might be the last one, and then we're gonna watch these fights.
And then we'll just save it.
Cool. Yeah, I understand that, Bud Ryan, because I watch whenever the Sixers play the Detroit Pistons, I am legitimately like just gutted by how bad the energy is there. Like, there's no one. It's like no one
In
gives a shit about that
Philadelphia?
team. No, when they go to Detroit. That's the only time I watch the Pistons, right? Like,
Oh.
that's the one thing I lucked out on in choosing the Sixers is like they have an atmosphere that's kind of reminiscent of like what I'm used to with football here. Do you know what I mean? Like they have actual energy. Some of these teams, if I'd have picked them, I would not have lasted a week. It's
Like, that's the
brutal.
thing when I started being a Thunder fan is like the arena was always jacked up. Now I got a feeling it's just not going to be quite the
Yeah.
same. But I think Oklahoma fans are still supportive enough of they get what's going on with this rebuild, and there's still some like young, exciting pieces that can.
There's reason to be optimistic, right? That's the key.
Oh, there's plenty of reason to be optimistic. What do we have to do? The player who is controlling Triple H may control a different superstar with this match, with the exception of Cena.
Oh,
Hey, control Chris Jericho and just lose.
Okay.
I want to do that.
Can I?
Yeah. Hurry up. Okay. Just let me ping you.
What is happening?
we're cheating the games. What is happening? Oh, it was a rope break. Shit. Okay.
I appreciate the taunt from Jericho. Oh, Jesus.
That's all right. This
Might not
will
be
be
as
easy.
easy as you think.
Nah, it will be. Like Kane will, or get counted out or something. Why don't we just do that? Here, if I don't get a pinfall here, just get counted
That's
out.
the actual idea, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, just use a weapon and. we'll just do
Kane's a
it.
tag team specialist. He's been champ for like
Yes.
18 guys.
Yes.
What's he up to here?
Is it gonna count? Nah, just use a weapon. Oh, it's counting. Okay, that's
Oh
fine.
god, this is going to take years, isn't it? Sick for number one count. Took like
All right, they're
5
in the
minutes.
ring doing the introductions right now.
I know, Bud Ryan. Christian Wood, that was brutal, man. That was just odd. I thought you were going to pay him a lot to just make sure he had something going on. They're doing the introductions. Okay, we'll be done here, right?
Dude, Detroit's fine. They got like 18 centers on the roster. Everything's good.
Did they cut
They don't need
Zaire
Christian.
Smith?
Did they cut who?
Zaire Smith. Because they traded. They gave us Tony
Yeah,
Khan.
yeah, they traded with the Sixers. I think so. I do think they cut him.
He must his stand in the league must be so bad for that to happen.
People- Yeah, remember when there was like the Chris Paul trades going around with the Sixers? People were like Zaire Smith, like, you gotta include him in this deal. And I'm like, I don't know. You told me like, no, you don't want any of these guys. I'm like, yeah, I probably don't. Like, I've never heard of them.
I'm like much less deluded than a lot of Sixers fans, which is amazing because I'm an incredibly deluded man.
Like
Incredibly.
when Terrence Ferguson got thrown into the Danny Green deal, and like Thunder fans like, oh, that's a big loss for this. Like, what? Terrence Ferguson? Like, this guy should have been out of the league 2 years ago.
Yeah, I was rolling my eyes at that. Sixers fans getting themselves excited about it. It's like, oh, come on, guys. We're going to get infuriated with him. You know that. Like,
he's not gonna play that much. Like, if he's playing decent minutes, something's going wrong with
I
his
don't
defense.
think he'll make the season. I think they'll cut him.
Yeah,
There's a
wouldn't
lot
be
of talk
shocked.
about that.
I wouldn't be shocked.
Because Maury always has these guys that are like on the fringe of the NBA that he's happy to give a roster spot to. And I could see
Oh, yeah.
Ferguson being a victim of that, right?
Yeah, they'll cut Ferguson and just bring in Ben McLemore again.
Yeah. Yes, wow.
That's like a total Maury move. Like, yeah, Ben
I'm all
McLemore,
in.
give him a shot. Jeff Green, just these guys. Isaiah Thomas, like they're just gonna bring in Isaiah Thomas. Like, he's kind of out of the league, he can handle the ball, you know,
Yes.
score some points and stuff. Like,
Spot
that's what
plug, brother. Guys, my phone is run out of battery, so I'm not ignoring your chats. I just cannot see them anymore.
we're wrapping up anyway.
Yes.
Good
Good
guys,
timing. Fair.
we appreciate everybody joining us, hanging out. Oh my god, Nate Robinson
no.
is legitimately going for a takedown. This
Oh my
stream,
god.
are you
I need
watching
to go
this
see
stream,
this.
Joseph?
No, I can't watch it. My phone's out of battery.
Oh, okay.
I need to go, guys.
Go watch the fight. Everyone follow Joe on Twitter at Joe Hulbert 5. He's part of the distraction. If you're watching this, you know Joseph. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
All right. Talk to you later. Joel, where can the people find you?
Well, right now they're gonna find me sitting watching this fight. Otherwise, you can find me at Joel Pearl. Find me at timandjoelpod.com. That's a podcast that I run with Tim every single Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Everyone knows where to find me. And another week down, I guess, Jeremy.
Yes, we will probably be playing again. I think NXT is next Saturday, so
It
maybe not.
is. Oh no, it's Sunday, I think.
Is it? Okay.
It's the 6th.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure
Yeah,
it out once we get there. Subscribe, youtube.com/Fightful. Leave a thumbs up. Thanks everybody for the super chats, hanging out in the chat, saying hello, all that fun stuff. We appreciate the banter. Thanks again to Joseph for like literally sitting here just watching us play and bantering in the chat. Like, he didn't play a single second of this game, just hanging out. A nice guy Joseph is. Yeah, we got the big Luther interview on Tuesday, so our season finale of The Distraction. So check that out. Again, thank you guys. We will talk to you later on.